all the way to the southeast end of town to Aurora. Looks like crews are still working on an accident. Parker Road northbound to I-225. Slow traffic back from Hampton. Otherwise, a pretty standard drive throughout the Denver Metro. No complaints. I-70 east and westbound to and from DIA. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, another warm one out there today. Almost summery temperatures with a high of 82 degrees in the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies. Overnight low of 48. Tomorrow, another warm one with a high of 83. The current temperature in Denver, 67 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Coming up on the next episode of the Tudor Dixon podcast, why is the left so eager to push the trans agenda on our kids? Don't miss the eye-opening episode with Yaku Boyens. Catch the Tudor Dixon podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Children's Hospital Colorado Mighty Millions raffle early bird prize deadline is this Friday. Win a BMW X5 and a vacation to Bora Bora, or take $85,000 in cash. Plus, you'll be entered to win the $3 million grand prize show home. There's over 7,600 prizes with 1 in 20 odds of winning. Make a mighty difference for patients and families at Children's Hospital Colorado. Hurry! The early bird deadline is this Friday. Buy now at MightyMillionsRaffle.com.
Frank Duran, the real estate man with RE/MAX Alliance. He is a certified negotiation expert, and he knows how to aggressively market your home.
With our specialized marketing knowledge, we aggressively implement the most advanced, innovative, and proactive marketing plan you will find anywhere.
For all things real estate, do not hesitate to call 303-920-1622 or get tips online at frankdurantherealestateman.com.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. That's money. Enter it now at KHOW.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW. And you could win $5,000 now by listening to 630 KHOW on the free iHeartRadio app.
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK is our number, 713-8255. Welcome. What's going on in your life this hour? Brought to you by DenverRegen.com, by the way. Denver Regenerative Medicine, as you know, a week ago, literally a week ago. Yeah, it's been one full week. Monday was one full week. I had stem cell therapy in my lower back. Now, here's something. I felt nothing the first few days. I mean, you know, nothing at all. No soreness or anything like I expected. I got a little sore on Friday, a general soreness, not the excruciating pain I've had associated with a pinched nerve. And my chiropractor thinks, you know, that might be the stuff working. But I'm going to give you a blow by blow, day by day. I've had several injections in my lower back where they filled the epidural space and some facet joints with my own stem cells. The procedure itself, other than the little pricks for the, I'm not calling them little pricks, I said the little pricks of the anesthesia. That was it. Anyway, DenverRegen.com. I liked that I could have a conference with doctors and talk to them personally. And you can do that too, 833-STEM-GEN. So, today we were scheduled to have a guest. We're all wide open. You can talk about anything you want. One thing I do want to talk about that I think is really important, it really, really is important, and that's education. We touched on it yesterday. We are having massive failures with young people graduating colleges. And if you go before that, people in elementary school and high school, they're either ill-prepared or don't care. And I'm wondering, is there an atmosphere right now in America, and I'm not talking one politic or another, but an atmosphere, an overall atmosphere of laissez-faire, we don't care. What do you think? I see Mark's right there on my left screen right, my left.
There's a lot of blasé people.
What do you think? Do you feel that? Your kids aren't. You know, Mark,
No.
I'm really proud of you. I'm serious when I say this, by the way. I'm not kidding. Really proud of what you've done, or Suzanne, you and Suzanne, with the kids. The kids, it seems like you told me, you're going to have some rough spots no matter what. You're going to have some. But overall, what do you plant the seeds or what? What do you do?
I think they have
and
to
Mark,
see
I'm
you.
asking you because I really respect, honest to God, you know, you don't look like you're parenting at any given time, you or Suzanne. Of course, I don't see you 24/7, but your kids are pretty laid back. They don't seem stressed or pressured, but they're excelling. They really are at very early ages, my God. And just wondering. So what do you think? Seriously. You deserve the right to comment on this. What do you think about the education they got and what you guys taught them?
Well, we wouldn't allow them to quit was one of the big things. They went into Taekwondo, for example, when they were, 3 and 4 years old, and up until basically graduating and getting jobs, so 18 plus, we just wouldn't let them quit doing that. And then the other thing is, I think kids basically have a tape recorder running in their mind all the time. When they see mom and dad get up and go to work every single day, I think that's a big thing too.
Okay. All right. So that's living by example as well. Now, people, let me go to the phones. Of course, phone calls take priority. I'd like to know what you think we should do to motivate children. Seriously. Or what are you doing right? Or what did you do wrong? 303-713-TALK. Mark, just a side note on YouTube. I'm not seeing a chat. Is there a... And I'm logged in. I just don't see the chat on the right side. I don't know if I'm...
You should see it.
Do you see it?
I got to look. I haven't logged in yet.
All right. Because I usually take comments from YouTube. I also have... You can text me at 57739. And I do have some texts coming in. Or you can... call us at 303-MARTINO 24/7. Leave your message or call us at 303-713-TALK. Sophia called us. She's renting a home she's unhappy with. Sophia, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, what's going on?
I have a home that I've been trying to get the warrant for habitability done since 2021.
Now, your home, you're renting this home for how long?
It's a rent. I've been a resident in the property for 8 years.
You've been renting this home for 8 years?
10. Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's a single-family home?
Yes, sir.
And what is the issue that the landlord or management company is not addressing?
So we have a black mold situation. They did have somebody come out in October.
When did you first discover it?
Well, there was a flood in 2020 where the front spigot failed and it flooded the basement. We were supposedly saving funds to do the repairs because they did not file the insurance claim in optimal time, so it was denied. But
well, that's not your issue. As far hold on a sec. You do have renter's insurance, right?
Correct.
Okay. So as far as their insurance not covering, what did their insurance not cover?
They didn't recover any of the water damage from the first flood in 2020.
So they never fixed it, is what you're saying. They never went in and remediated.
Correct. They brought in some big fans and stuff, but prior to doing any repairs, the heater failed, so they weren't able to do that.
Wait, so you've been without a heater since 2020?
No. They replaced the heater, which is why they weren't able to do the repairs, because the funds they were building up...
What repairs did they not do that is the repairs affecting you? Tell me what was not fixed.
Well, due to the 2020 flood, there was mold that started from that. We also had an additional flood last summer. I've been complaining about black mold.
And what was the flood last summer?
It was due to the rain. The property needs to be graded.
Okay.
And that has not happened.
All right. Now, here's the deal. Obviously, if you have an unsafe condition, you have a few choices here. Warrant of habitability means safety and security only, very basic safety and security. Black mold is one of those areas that aren't, it's not automatic, okay? You have to prove you have excessive amounts of black mold spores in the air and that it's affecting your quality of life and health. I know that everyone who sees black mold automatically assumes it's toxic and they're sick, and they start feeling things. It's almost psychosomatic. Now, some people are truly affected by it and get very sick. Other people are not affected by it at all. It depends on the severity. So how bad is it?
If you ask me, it's pretty bad. I work remotely as well, so I spend the great majority of my time within the home.
Okay.
They brought an industrial guy out, but I keep all the windows open, so that test did come back okay. I submitted a...
Why didn't you close the windows for the test?
I didn't know they were coming. They just said they'll be here, and so with the Colorado Connects, I was able to connect with an attorney who helped me resubmit the warrant for habitable property.
Okay, but what are you asking for in the warrant of habitability? First of all, when you say resubmit, there's nowhere that I know of that you submit anything. What you do is you write a letter to the landlord, you make certain demands.
Certified letter.
Okay.
Correct.
And did they respond?
They responded and said the home is fine, and
okay.
I paid for my own test.
Sophia, that's important. You paid for your own test. I want to know what your own test said. Hold on, 303-713-TALK. She's doing it the right way, folks. But stay tuned, because these warrant of habitability cases are not easy. And she had her own test done. Let's see what it reveals and talk about that coming up. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. And if you're concerned about clean water, you can have all the drinking water you want. Under the sink, no power required. Triple filter reverse osmosis, under $1,000 fully installed. PaulTheWaterman.com, 303-862-5554.
Hey, Tom, can you get right to Joe? I just have a 15-second thing here.
Trajan
Gotcha,
Wealth,
brother.
K-House.
And then Euro. Thank you.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
All right, let's talk to Joe Chiano. And Joe is the master when it comes to retirement planning without the stock market, with security, with guarantees in writing. And Joe, one thing I want to ask you, Joe Chiano, becomethebanker.org. One thing I really want to ask you, retirement accounts are the #1 way most people prepare for retirement. And they usually are in investment accounts at Ameritrade or somewhere else, and their trustees, they invest in the stock market. And they've been losing money, and they're nervous. What do you tell people?
Well, Tom, you're absolutely right. I think people should be asking themselves, how much money can I afford to lose? Think about that. How much money can you afford to lose?
None.
If they say zero, just like you did, you know what? This should be coming to us, because we guarantee that they will not lose a single dime. And Tom, they should be asking their advisors right now, where they have their money, a couple of questions. Number one, can you guarantee me that I will not lose any money? Period. And the second question is, could you guarantee me that I will have an income for the rest of my life, no matter how old I live?
You see, that's incredible. And you can guarantee that.
We can become the banker, and our guarantee retirement account will guarantee people, number one, that they will not lose any money, and number two, that they will have an income for the rest of their lives, no matter how old they live. And if they pass away, it goes to their beneficiary, to their loved ones.
All right. What I want to tell people is to call you for a personal one-on-one if they want to, or to find out more, or they can go to the website. The phone number is 303-779-6600. That's 779-6600. You can trust Joe. He's been around for years. I know him personally, and he's a sponsor of this show for a reason. It works. BecomeTheBanker.org. Now, speaking of great deals, what about water heaters? You want the best water heater deal anywhere? That's EuroPlumbingColorado.net. You simply don't get better than that. EuroPlumbingColorado.net. For $12.99, we'll replace your 40-gallon water tank, and they will put new water supply line and a new flex line for the gas, tear out the old one, take it away, and everything is brought up to code 303-668-6844. If you want a 50-gallon, guess what? That's only $13.99. And if you want any size or any kind of water heater, they boast that they will beat other prices. 303-668-6844.
What happened? God damn those muscle relaxers.
What's wrong with them?
She's snorting them over here.
Are they bad?
Well,
I mean,
when
I
you
don't
wash them
love
down-
them, but they're not that bad.
when you wash them down with a bottle of Chianti.
How much time do you have? Do I have?
4. Get out. No,
Okay.
is it 4? Hang on.
I just wanted to
Let
get.
me eject the fill.
I
Hang
just wanted to
on.
get some coffee marks there. It's not a big deal.
Let
No.
Mark take it. You got 2 minutes.
Oh, never mind.
What is it?
Never mind.
What?
What
Mark
is?
can take it out of the break.
No. I mean, I wanted to continue with her. What she's she mentioned something. I mean, that's okay. I just should have left earlier.
Right.
I'm just going to get coffee when I can. So she said that she did something. She had her own test. I want to see what it showed. Sophia.
And we're getting lots of complaints that you're targeting black mold. You need to mention white mold to be
All
correct.
right. But what about? Hold on now. There's all kinds of mold.
Yeah. Well, you can't make black mold.
There's
the bad
green
guy.
mold. There's green
Okay.
mold. The Irish will
So
be
long as-
upset.
So long as you're equitable and diverse, Tom.
But listen, what if you have green mold identifying as black mold?
Now that's a whole different story.
Or what about it's not even mold and they identify it as mold?
That's boy, there should be a rally for that. I can already see the cardboard signs.
Hey, Tom, I'm feeling your pain today.
Oh, really?
I pinched a nerve in my back.
Oh,
yesterday.
no. Hey, what are you doing about it?
I have a heating pad on my butt right now.
Yeah, don't do heating a lot. Do heating alternating with ice.
Oh, I did ice yesterday. It just got my chair wet, and it looked like I peed my pants.
But 20
That
minutes,
was not
no,
from the
don't
ice.
do a lot of heat too much. Not too much heat. Heat's good.
But it feels so much better.
No,
when
I know, it's good, but don't keep it on too long. And what you do is put it on for 20 minutes, take a break for 10 or 15, and put it back on.
And I'm eating a lot of ibuprofen. And I found muscle relaxers, so I'm in a good place right now.
I don't think muscle relaxers give you a buzz, though,
Oh.
do they?
Some people they
God.
do, Mark.
Oh yeah.
Some people actually do. They
Ram
get
it
it.
all to hell. Here we go.
Haven't you seen 16?
At khout.com.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. So Sophia has been renting a house for many years, 8 years, and she said there were a couple floods or broken pipes caused some black mold. The landlord says, look, we tested, there's nothing wrong. That's how they responded to her warranty of habitability letter saying, and here's what a warranty of habitability letter says in basics. We have discovered something that renders this uninhabitable. You got to fix it in a reasonable amount of time, or we will withhold rent and fix it ourselves. And if they disagree, however, you could have a very big problem, because if you withhold rent and start putting it toward the property, by the way, you have to put it toward the property. You cannot just withhold. And if you start making repairs and they say you're being evicted, then you're going to have to prove your case in court. So it's not just automatic. Sophia, what did your test reveal, and did you close the windows for your test?
I didn't do the same air quality test. I got something where you kind of send out stuff to the mold lab.
Well, what did you send to the mold lab?
I sent remnants from the bathroom, from the area, from the
tell me
first
what you
flood,
sent
and
specifically when you say a remnant.
drywall pieces from underneath my stairs that contained black mold. Black mold scrapings from the
that's
shower.
not going to, Sophia, that doesn't prove your case. You can have all the black mold in the world and it's not contaminating your air necessarily. The only way it can create a problem for you is you breathing it. That's it.
I'm breathing it.
Okay, well, you got to prove that not by sending in samples of the mold. You got to prove it by doing air spore tests.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what you need. Your attorney should have told you this. What did your attorney say you needed to do to prove your case?
They asked that I completed my own test because the test that
Yes,
they
but
did
the
came
test
back
is an
positive.
air spore test. You don't. What good is it if surfaces have black mold unless it's a surface? I mean, unless it's all over your bedding and everywhere else. The easiest way to do it is to close your windows, make it a normal home under normal circumstances, and put air testing in there. You're going to have to do this. I mean, did your letter, your habitability letter, threaten to withhold rent as it should have?
Yes.
Okay. How long has it been since you sent it?
The 24th.
How long did you give them to respond, according to your attorney?
She said that they needed to respond by Friday last week, and we didn't hear anything.
Then what
until
did your
our-
attorney say you should do if you did not get a response by Friday the 7th?
That I should go ahead and start filing for court proceedings. I did through Colorado Connect, so I have a pro bono lawyer. She
Good.
told me she doesn't have the capacity to take it to trial with me, so I'm on my own. The only reason I opted for the testing the way that I did is because when they came and cleaned the air ducts after several failed furnaces, the air duct guy pulled a piece of drywall out of the return duct that was covered in black mold.
Okay,
I sent that to the owner.
Yeah, but okay, you need to do an air mold test, and if the attorney is pro bono, it's not going to do you much good if they can't go to court. So what you need to do,
I'm on my own.
what you need to do is do an air test and withhold rent and start paying for repairs.
Okay.
Your attorney should have told you this.
Well, I think she's new. She didn't even really, she wasn't very familiar with the warrant for habitability
Well, what
anyway.
did the letter say? Can you send us a copy?
I did.
Oh, do we have this copy already,
You
Kachina?
should have the chain
Let me check.
and the
Kachina's
and
going to
the-
send it to us.
the
Listen.
owner's response as well.
Okay, let me read this or give it to our attorney. Let's ask, and Brad O'Brien may not want to talk about this because I don't know if he handles this, but let's ask Brad O'Brien if he handles habitability, or not handles it but can comment on it. Send him a letter too. See, because I think the next step is to start making your own repairs and withhold the rent. Now here's the problem: you're going to be evicted, and then you're going to have to fight in court and prove your case. 303-713-TALK. Let's go to the next call. And then you hold on. I want to read your letter. Okay. Now, Mark, you have a problem with a lifetime warranty. And let me guess, it's not lifetime.
Well, I don't know because I can't get response from the company that issued the warranty.
When was the warranty issued?
Approximately 5 or 6 years ago.
On what?
Continental hardscape. My paved stones, Continental hardscapes.
Okay.
Residential work.
Now, was it the
backyard,
installation? What was guaranteed for life? Lifetime warranty on paving stones. What was guaranteed? The installation or the material?
Both. And that's why I went with that company because.
And what was the name of the
of
company?
lifetime warranty. Continental hardscape.
Now, were there two warranties? Like, did they do for example, K&H Home Solutions, they guarantee the installation, but the manufacturer guarantees the windows. How did yours work?
They did the installation. They provided the materials. It's all in one, 100%. We cover everything. And I've had them out before on previous warranty work.
Continental Hardscapes gave you a lifetime warranty that covers both material and installation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have a copy of it?
Not in front of me. I'm out of town right now. But,
Okay. So anyway, what are they saying now? If you have a lifetime warranty and they're still in business, then they should fix it. If you truly have a lifetime warranty, hey, you know, on material and installation, what the hell? Are they going to do it or not?
I don't know because they're not answering the phone. I've called 3 times over the last 10 days. I tried to call their sales office. That number they're not picking that up either. I don't know where to turn. So,
well, if they're you understand, if they go out of business or sell, you no longer have a warranty. You do understand that, right?
Yes, sir. I understand.
They should not even allow people to say lifetime warranty. What they should say is lifetime of the warranty company. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I understand, sir. I was wondering maybe you could give them a bump.
We can.
Other people call about car escapes.
We can.
And, just do what you say you're going to do. That's all I'm asking.
All right, hold on. Kachina, let's give this to somebody to make a call. That's a reasonable request. Let's do that. We'll make a call and see what they say. Who do you want to give it to? Let's see. Who's up and about right today to do?
So Smarty is off. I could give it to Doc.
Yeah, is Doc listening? I think he's
Dollar
off today.
Dollar is actually in the office right
Okay,
now,
let's do
so I can
Deputy
give it to
Dollar.
Okay.
Deputy Dollar, let's do that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I can see no exceptions for lifetime warranties. I just have a feeling when I look at this warranty, there's going to be some wording in it. Who knows? That's just the feeling I have, but we'll figure it out. And then I want to see that. I'm going to go to the email during the break and check that letter Sophia's attorney sent. Ruby wants to talk about All-American Insurance, whatever that is. Hey, Ruby, what's going on?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Ruby. What is All-American Insurance?
Well, it wasn't All-American. I'm sorry. After I looked at
Okay, what's the name? That's okay. What is it?
It's Auto Owners.
Oh, that's a good company. What's the problem?
Well, she was in an accident where she had...
Who is she, dear? Who is she?
My daughter.
Okay, what happened?
My daughter. Well, she was getting on the highway, and the car in front stopped, and she was able to stop, but the car behind her was not able to stop. And so they totaled her car, and she was paid some, and then her representative said that he would send her the deductible.
Now, hold on. What representative?
The representative for... Auto Owners.
Are they calling it the other party? Is Auto Owners covering this, or is it the other party?
It's the other party.
Now, so Auto Owners is not part of this. Ruby, is Auto Owners your daughter's insurance or not?
Yes, it is.
Then they have nothing to do with this if it's somebody else's fault.
Well, the other two were covered by State Farm.
Well, is Ruby getting her claim done through her own company or through State Farm?
Well, I think what happened was State Farm, settled with Auto Owners.
No, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. Tell me, when did this accident happen?
It was on May the 18th of 22.
Okay. Here's what I need to know. She was in an accident. Okay.
Right.
And what did she do? Where did she put her claim? Her car was totaled. Who paid her for the car?
I think that...
I need to talk to your daughter. Ruby, listen, here's what I need to... Let me explain this to you so I don't give you a hard time. There are two companies involved. If her company is involved, then she deals with her company. And whether State Farm reimburses her or not, or them, has nothing to do with her getting paid if she had full coverage. If she was getting covered by State Farm, then she has to go after the other driver if she's not getting it covered. I don't know where this stands. So hold on, Ruby, and I'm going to ask you a very simple question. What, if anything, has she collected so far, and who did she collect it from? That's what I'm going to ask. So hang on. 303-713-TALK. 888heating.com. Heating and air replacement with $1,100 off plus. For 1 penny, you get a whole house air quality system to clean up your air. 888heating.com. 303-770-2776.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Tudor Dixon Podcast.
Some problem spots throughout the Denver metro and beyond for the 10 o'clock hour. I-25 north and southbound, no major complaints into and out of downtown. South of there, South Platte River Drive southbound at West Mississippi, we've got an accident with slow traffic back from Alameda. Heading to the far east end of town, I-70 westbound road construction between Colfax and Tower Road with about 10 minutes of delayed driving through. And south of there, Parker Road northbound, we've got a crash on the on-ramp to I-225. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, another warm one out there today with a high of 82 degrees this afternoon, overnight low of 48, tomorrow high of 83. The current temperature in Denver is 67 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Coming up on the next episode of the Tudor Dixon podcast, why is the left so eager to push the trans agenda on our kids? Don't miss the eye-opening episode with Yaku Boyens. Catch the Tudor Dixon podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies is in constant touch with me. Now they're a sponsor of this show, but they're in touch with me because I actually use them. I, honest to God, use them, and I use them for my retirement planning. Hey, no matter how old you are, even if you're old like me, young, in between, you need someone to coordinate your retirement plan. You may have a 401k or an IRA. You might have a pension. You may have a lot of money or hardly any money. Whatever it is, they can help you plan for your circumstances. And they urge you to call for a free look at your retirement and what you need to do to be ready. They're totally transparent on everything they do for you. They'll meet with you free of charge with no obligation. rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, rpcenter.com.
Dang it, I missed that last. Sorry. I think my clock is off. Sorry about that, Tom.
If you wait 2 seconds, it won't hurt you.
Yeah, 7 months is a long...
How much time do I have now?
3.5.
All right, good. I'm going to go a step away.
Go.
Hi, this is Deputy Dollar with the Tom Martino Show. Good morning. How are you?
Mark, I'm a huge fan of the most interesting man in the world commercial.
I like
audio.
That.
They've added it to on TikTok. There's some guy whose dog is really funny looking, and he puts them in lots of adventurous things and runs that audio over the top of it, and it is fantastic. Because I sometimes think about, well, like Tom just said, you could wait 2 seconds, and he had me thinking about one of the clips from that sound that. Okay,
and what kind of work?
When opportunity knocks at the most interesting man in the world's house, and he's not there, opportunity waits. Love that. Opportunity waits for no one except for him.
It waits for some people.
As a matter of fact, I tortured Suze with a video. Did she show you of the Killers music?
No, it was just like, yeah, she showed it to me. We both were shaking our heads.
Because...
It's Jerry Seinfeld, right?
So they didn't mess with the music at all. It's not them editing the music, somebody there impersonating Seinfeld singing the song. They just put his face next to the music, and you start to think that it's him singing. But I'd never put that together, that your boy from the Killers there kind of has a hint of Seinfeld in him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
He's Mormon. Did you know that?
He's what now?
Mormon.
Oh, yeah, they're all super Mormon. They did a great thing on Sunday morning one day talking about their faith. Kelly has a Deputy Doc story.
Yes.
What is it, Kelly?
Deputy Doc has a secret admirer.
Oh, my God. Is it Scott?
No. He got sent a whole thing of Cheryl's cookies, but there's no return sender.
Play Misty for me.
So I just put it in the office. You guys can...
Well, Doc knows
you're
his way.
leaving for Vegas, so you don't want
Doc knows his way around strange women's cookies.
Really?
Okay, I'm back. Hey, Mark,
Yeah.
is there a way to hook up our, our broadband phone by USB to this board?
Not by USB, but I had it working Bluetooth for a minute, but then it stopped, man. It's crazy.
Well, Bluetooth would be too much of a delay. So wait a minute.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a USB interface?
The phone, no.
Okay, damn it.
I don't see a website for them. That's weird.
I wonder if there's a USB. I wonder if we can go from the Cat 5 from the phone to the USB.
You're going to need a special module. Stand by.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Let's talk, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So let's see which one we're going to go to right now. Right now, Ruby, I'm going to finish up with. Ruby, I just need to know, dear, your daughter, in an accident, she has auto owners, and then she merged onto the highway, was rear-ended. Somebody has State Farm. So who paid? Did she ever get paid anything? Let's start there.
She did. Let me read this thing. It's
Oh, wait, first, Ruby, do me a favor. What did she get paid for her totaled car?
Yeah, for her total.
How much did she get paid?
I have no idea.
Okay. And
The
who
only
paid
thing
her? And who paid her?
It says here, fault parties insurance accepted liability for the accident. As long as there are no limits issues, they should be able to reimburse us for the claim, including your deductible. That is from the auto owner's representative.
What year was this car?
It was 2010.
Was it financed?
Yes.
So she had collision coverage from auto owners. Okay, now, how much was her deductible?
I think it's only like 500.
Okay, so what they're saying to her is, we're paying you the money for your car, and you get $500 back when we collect. That's what they're saying. So is that what she's waiting on now?
Yeah, she's been waiting for a while.
Okay, so that's what she's waiting for, the $500.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the auto owners insurance people won't accept her calls anymore.
No, because I'll tell you why. They don't have to collect for her. They can if they want, but they don't have to. So I'm going to give you very clear instructions on how she gets her 500 or 1,000 or whatever it was. This is very easy. She has to sue the other driver.
Okay.
In small claims court, it's very easy. She gets the name and address, has them served. She has to fill it out online. And she sues them for her deductible. They are responsible to her. And auto owners, if they're subrogating, should collect that for her. But if they're not, she doesn't have to wait for them.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
All right. Yeah, thank you for your information.
Now, would you tell her to do that? She's got to get the accident report, get that other party, and sue the driver. Here's what's going to happen. Her driver's going to get very upset and call his insurance company. And most likely, she's going to get paid. Let us know. Would you do that?
All right, I will.
All right. Thank you, Ruby, for calling. I appreciate that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Mark, did you read the letter that her attorney sent to the here's what it is. It's, first of all, I'm looking for the letter itself. Is it attached to this email or cut and pasted?
I don't remember seeing it.
No, I see it here, but
it's cut and pasted.
Okay.
She didn't actually attach.
I don't actually now, so I have to find it.
You mean the mold letter?
Yeah. I don't see.
Correct.
I don't see any letter from an attorney on habitability here, so I don't know what she's talking about. I mean, I don't see anything here. I think that this was botched up, and I see the law project, poverty law project, but I don't see any letter from this attorney, so I can't help you. Here's what you have to do. Sophia, pretend you don't have an attorney, okay? Because there's no letter here. There's no letter that was sent to the Where's the letter that was sent to the landlord? Where is it?
Hold on, let me see here.
There's nothing here. It says here.
I have it.
Okay, but there's nothing here, dear. I don't want to do this live on the show. It's just back and forth to you. There's nothing that she sent to the landlord on this email.
She did send it. She did send it. I apologize if I didn't send it.
Okay, that's okay. Here's what you need to do. It's really simple. Here's what you need to do. You're going to get evicted, just so you know, okay? So you're really, it's dangerous territory here because landlords are in the driver's seat nowadays. But here's what you're going to do. If it was me, let me put it to you that way. If it was me, this is what I would do. I would sue that. I would find out what it's going to take. It's going to be a very weird lawsuit. You either find out what it's going to take to fix and find someone to fix it, but most likely they won't fix it because you're not the owner. So you may have to take the bid to fix it, call it a threat to your health, but you have to have a mold spore test. That's first. If it comes back a dangerous level of mold spores in the air, then what you have to do is hire or have a contractor give you an estimate, then sue in small claims court for the repairs. If it's going to be more than $7,500, you're going to have to just either, I don't know what you're going to do, Sophia. I guess the landlord is saying if you don't like it, leave. I mean, really, you would have a right to evict yourself. It's called a constructive eviction, where you simply go and find another place and get your money back. They can't charge you for damages or anything like that if you're moving, if you're breaking the lease due to an unsafe condition. But until you get a mold spore test, I don't know what to tell you. You don't have anything yet. So do me a favor and get a mold spore test and call us back. We would love to help you step by step. 303-713-8255. And speaking of habitability, we have Judy and Trina. For example, Judy has no electricity. Trina, she has another issue. So, Judy, real quick now, how long have you been without electricity, Judy?
It's been intermittent for 7 months. And
what?
Yes. And then just last week, it finally went out altogether.
Wait,
for the whole building.
You have had intermittent electrical outages. Are you sure it's not the area, but it's the apartment? What is it?
The main breaker to the whole building keeps popping off, and then one of us tenants goes back, switch it on, and on and off, on and off, on and off. And it's been 7 months, but I actually contacted the property manager in November, and when it
Where do you
went out
rent?
last week.
Where do you rent?
Pardon? In Littleton.
What's the name of the building?
I don't know the name of it, but it's
like the apartment. Is there a name of the apartment project or not?
No, there's no name on the building.
Okay, hold on a second. We're going to come back to you and tell you what to do and give you some help right after this.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Easing up out there on the Denver roads and freeways as we approach the 11 o'clock hour. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into...
Tom, is your nose okay?
Far east.
I just
near...
Yeah, I'm got some kind of allergy or cold or something.
We're just worried about someone who's had all these shots and medications and specialists.
Hey, I'm off of everything except the stem cell I did.
All right.
I've been doing good.
Yeah.
Okay, so she rents
one out there today with a high of 82 this afternoon, overnight low of 48 degrees.
Okay, I got
Tomorrow, high of 83. Thursday, clouds rolling in. The current temperature is 74 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Are you tired of listening to stories that are saturated with wokeness? If you are, then you should try Red Pilled America. We tell good old-fashioned stories that align with middle America values. Listen to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
And if you are looking for hold on. Doggone it. Who am I doing here? I'm sorry, my internet went out. I'll do it from memory.
Fuller Law and Art of Granite.
Okay, I can talk about them. John Fuller, Fuller Law, is someone that I hope you never need. He's an accident attorney. And let me tell you something. He's myaccidentattorney.co. We use him as an expert on this show. And here's the deal when it comes to John Fuller and Fuller Law. If you are looking for someone who is going to give you personalized attention, it is John Fuller. What I mean by that is he gives you his cell phone number, and he is in constant touch with you if you decide to hire him, and he works on a percentage fee basis. Now, I know you're going to hear all kinds of attorneys brag about how big and bad they are. They cherry pick cases from a large number of people who call and then brag about those cases. You want someone who's going to work your case, whether it's big, medium, or small. And here's the deal. He'll be honest with you up front. He'll talk to you up front. You won't talk to an assistant. You won't be calling a call center. Notice the difference. And that's 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500, myaccidentlawyer.co. Now, when it comes to getting countertops, you want the art of granite. Why? Well, they do more than granite to begin with. That's the name. But you want them because they're so proud of their deals. They'll give you prices on the phone. And they have so many satisfied customers that I've sent them. I've known Mitch Floria for years. He deals with you personally. He gives you prices on the phone. And then here's the deal. Whatever you want, you pay cost for the material. Tear out and haul away of the old stuff is free. The bathroom vanity is free when you have the kitchen done. And he only charges for fabrication and installation. So get your price right now. Take some measurements. Give them a call. theartofgranite.com, 303-386-5919. Frank Duran.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
Nothing to be sorry about. I did it right that time, though.
Yeah, I know. That was good. You gave it to me, and then I was able to do it. Yeah, I just, every once in a while, it's like this fat finger thing on my touchpad. I hit the X, and the whole damn browser goes away. God, that pisses me off.
So when we first moved into the building, our old audio boards, do you remember big black things called clots? You may not remember.
Yes, I do, actually. K, with a K.
Yep, big K. Carl Schipper and I were in the basement, and he went to minimize the window that ran the clots to do something. He hit the X instead of the minus. He's like, oh, that's probably bad. And within 40 seconds, everybody from the building was either calling or already in the basement screaming about being off the air. He's like, that's really something. That one button changes everything. That's really closing the entire building's program that ran the board. So we're with you, man. We know.
Yep.
Again, glad it's not a heart-lung machine.
Yeah, I should put a coffee maker down here. Somebody suggested. That's a good idea.
Little Keurig.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I have to have the water and the sweetener and the cream and the...
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
It becomes a whole thing.
I know. I'll just run upstairs. What the hell?
Hospitality isn't easy, man. Kelly sounds about 80 today.
Shut up.
You're making all these
Hey, leave Kachina Kalori alone.
She says her back went out, but her front's still here, giving me a pain.
Oh, stop it.
We need Smarty to come up and crack her knuckles.
No, we don't. That's all good. I just need this nerve to be unpinched, and then everything.
Oh man, I feel so bad for you because it sucks. Does it go down your leg?
Yes, it's right down my. Like it feels like I just told Shannon. It feels like I have a stick shoved up my butt.
God, it's terrible.
Now, are you sure you don't? Because
I do not. Not to the best of my recollection. I do not have a stick shoved up my ass.
Well, I'll tell you this: there's some guys that would pay for that.
Right?
That's
That pinched nerve.
and let's not go
Oh,
there.
the pinch.
That would be wonderful.
She told me once that she has some of those stick accessories around, so I didn't know if maybe.
Oh, now what do I need? Now what? Another service bulletin? God damn it! Is there ever a relief from this shit? Ugh.
Sometimes seeing you people is like that.
Hey, Mark.
Getting an update on my phone. What?
Mark.
Huh.
Yes.
We keep getting robocalls from a Google business asking to verify the account.
On Pornhub, stand by.
KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Judy said she's had an apartment and had electrical issues on and off for 7 months. Now, the on and off, the landlord could make an excuse, or the management company, like, oh, we didn't know it was that bad, but now it's out completely. How long have you been out of electricity completely?
For a week now.
No, my God, they can't do that. What, wait a minute. Okay, what does the landlord say? Tough it out, or we're getting it fixed, or what?
No, they put us up in a hotel for this week. And
did they put up the whole building?
Yeah, there's only six units in the building.
Okay.
But
well, that's okay. That's better than just making you tough it out.
Yes, but everybody's lost all their food and what they had in their refrigerator, and for 7 months they knew about this and didn't do anything, and now they say we have to move out because the electrician needs to make repairs.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are they like saying you got to move out for good?
That I don't know.
Well, what do they mean, move out? Move out. All of you, all 6 units have to move out.
Yes.
For how long?
They said approximately 1 month.
Well, okay. What do they suggest you do for a month, Judy? They have to. Are they going to put you up for a month or not?
Well, they said that in the beginning. They said they would put us up for as long as it took. And now they're saying that they're only going to give us another week. And
okay. And then they want you to then, hold on, let me get this straight. You've been there a week. They're going to give you another week. That means you have to find a place for 2 weeks, or the 6 units have to find a place for 2 weeks, or for another month in addition to the 2 weeks?
Another month.
So the 2 weeks they're giving you, you have to find a month on your own.
Yes.
And
they said that they would help us find a place, but it's more than what I can afford, but they have available.
Wait a minute. They don't expect you to pay for this, do they?
No, for if they have another property, another apartment available, that we could move to that apartment and just stay there. But all the apartments they have available, I cannot afford.
But I thought, wait, Judy. I'm confused. If they have another apartment available, shouldn't they let you stay there for the normal rent you're paying?
Well, I would hope so, but I don't know that.
Well, you said they're too expensive. Judy, did the landlord say you would have to pay the difference in rent? You're already paying rent there, right? So when did you have to move out?
We moved out last week into the hotel.
Okay, I want to ask you something, Judy. Did you pay for April's rent?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so they should credit you that rent toward this other place. Are they going to do that?
I don't know.
Well,
I've tried
is anyone asking?
them and they're not answering me.
Okay, we need to call them for you and figure this one out. This is ridiculous. They need to take all 6 units, and if they put them in another place, give them credit for what they're paying and not upcharge them, for God's sakes. It's not your fault. I don't understand. We need someone who can call and explain this. Kachina, let's call and explain this to them, please, or let's get somebody to call them.
Grainberry.
Cute.
All right,
right, hang on for me, and they'll be with you as soon as they can. Okay?
Let's have somebody call for her. That sucks.
You want to give it to a deputy?
Yeah, if we can. I mean, I don't know.
Like I said, dollars here.
Yeah, let's have him do it. But we need to, like, not put it on the agenda for later. We need to call right away. Just to say, look, you got 6 people, 6 apartments that are upended here. Do you expect them to pay for this upgraded apartment for a month? It's ridiculous.
Roger.
Okay, I'll give him the number. Hey, Judy, do you have the number of your apartment manager by chance? What? When did you sign the lease? April 1st, you signed the lease, and it specifically told you that you cannot be part of a lawsuit or retain a lawyer?
Oh, that's bullshit.
Is there any way, do you have access to a computer? Could you send me that lease?
That bank shooting. I mean, I always feel bad, but when the hand wringing over a motive, he was crazy and pissed off. Back to you, Bob.
What?
You know, the bank shooting yesterday or what? A former employee goes in and shoots 5 people. We're still trying to establish a motive. He was shit crazy.
He didn't work there? He didn't work?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He was about to be fired. He learned he was about to be fired. And so, it's like, I think I can figure out a motive and save you some time. He was crazy and pissed off. Back to you in the studio. Tom, I don't know what kind of bikes they are, but there's a story just now on the air about e-bikes catching fire and having killed 5 people in New York.
Jesus.
Can you not get off of the bike in time?
I don't know.
I mean, I understand being trapped in a car, but what the hell kind of bikes are catching fire and e-bike fire related death?
I don't get it. 6 people from one bike or 6 different instances? Do you know?
Well, 2 youths were killed in the latest fire blamed on an e-bike in New York. A delivery worker rides his bike. This is a story, from NPR. Just in a fire blamed on the bikes. I don't know. And this is from 1 hour ago, so this is a brand new story. Well, unless they're catching fire in someone's house. I mean, here's the Daily News headline: E-bike fire claims another life. Another.
You know, I'm reading this email from this woman who said she had mold issues. There's not one thing from an attorney contacting anyone.
Really?
Yeah. They're talking about attachments, but there's no attachments. I mean, I'm done with this one. Sorry. I just can't handle it.
Right. Which would be a class action, but if they made you sign a lease that has specific verbiage in that doesn't have closure. So that's, yeah, so that's why I want to see the lease. So if you can, all right, hang on for me. I'm going to go ahead and give your number out. And if you can, in the meantime, have your son send me that lease, that would be fantastic. Okay? Okay, perfect. All right, well, I'm up on email right now, so as soon as he sends it, I can get it over to Tom and Mark, okay? Okay, just hang on for me. What's our time code?
Then I sometimes have to translate what Kelly's saying to me into
A minute 44.
Okay.
It's fine.
time code.
So, Tom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of interesting. She signed a lease,
He heard
a
that.
new lease in April 1st, and the lease specified, I'm trying to get it right now from her son, who lives with her as well, but it specified that she couldn't join a class action lawsuit and she couldn't retain an attorney if she wanted to continue living there.
Well, we'd have to see that because
Right,
that's
I'm trying to get
impossible.
it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get it right now.
I signed something when I started here. It says I can't complain about Tom. Didn't you
Yeah, I
sign
know.
one,
I
Kelly?
made that. I made that.
Understood. Can't make fun of old pictures of Tom with a mustache. Okay, did you check there? Okay, check that box.
You're so bad.
What? Definitely had to sign the one that said if you even mention Geraldo Rivera, you're fired.
God, that one lady that kept calling him Geraldo.
Oh. Here we go.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. In addition to doing the show here on the air on iHeart in Denver, KHOW, and we have an affiliate in Colorado Springs. We also have the iHeart Radio app nationwide. We also have YouTube and Facebook, and on YouTube, we answer questions directly. If we have a chance, you can also text us at 57739, and of course, always catch our downloads to get help with any problem, question, or complaint. 303-713-TALK. We're talking really some rental issues here, a lot of them all in a row. Now listen, I'm all for landlord rights. I'm all for renters' rights. Too many landlords, though, I think they bite off more than they can chew. They don't know how, truly, they don't know how to have an investment property. They are not prepared. So when something goes wrong, they don't know what to do about it. And this is a problem with rentals. Now, you need to specify things up front in rentals, like what happens in the case of temporary housing. I would require my tenants to have renter's insurance. I would make it a requirement and spell out that in the event of temporary housing due to a problem, I will only cover this much, or I won't cover anything, and you have to look to your renter insurance, blah, blah, blah. Now, your renter's insurance, of course, could subrogate against me if it was my fault and negligent, but most of the time, it's not negligence that causes these things. She's trying to make a case for negligence, saying they knew about it. And I understand why she's doing that, but in any case, we're trying to get the lease and to look at we're also trying to get someone to call over there and say, listen, what's going on with the electricity? Now, Trina has another tenant-landlord issue. Man, it's a day for tenant-landlord. And listen, we do want to help you with these if we can. Trina, what's going on? I mean, people are paying enough for rent, for God's sakes. I mean, I don't blame them for wanting, things fixed. Or what's going on, Trina?
Well, I got an eviction notice last month and went to court and came to a written agreement.
Now, why? Hold on. Why did you get evicted? Were you back on rent or what?
I was backed up on rent, but only by a month.
Okay, you were 1 month behind on rent and evicted, and then what happened?
We came to a written agreement that as long as I paid in full all the rent and the court fees by the 31st, that I would not be evicted. And yesterday I received an eviction notice, and now my landlord won't speak to me or anything else.
Wait a minute. Where was this agreement made?
We signed it in her office.
So the landlord signed an agreement with you?
Yes.
Saying what exactly? You have a copy of it?
I don't right in front of me. It's in my car.
Okay, but just roughly, what does it say, dear?
It said that if I was to pay last March's rent and the $300 in court fees and costs.
Wait a minute. So the month you missed was last March?
Yes, last month, yeah.
Oh, this past, just this, okay. So this past March here, you missed March, and you were going to pay that, and then you were going to pay that all at once?
Yes, by the 31st.
And did you do it?
Yes, I paid it in full, and I have all my receipts.
Wait, you paid March by the 31st. Now, on April 1st, did you pay April?
My April rent is not due until the 10th, and I was going to pay it today due to me getting paid today.
Okay, but what happened? Are you sure it's not due until the 10th?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay. Okay, then what happened?
She served me with an eviction notice.
Wait, that's dirty. That's dirty pool. Wait a minute. That just doesn't sound right. I mean, you paid that rent. You have proof you paid it by March 31st.
Yes.
And then you also are paying April, but she won't take it.
I have not gone down to see her because she won't answer my calls or my emails. I've been trying to contact her for a few days.
Did anything? Okay, that agreement said if you pay March's rent by March 31st and you pay April's rent on time, she's not going to evict you, or did it not mention April?
It did not mention April. It was only for the behind rent at the time for March.
Okay. Okay. Man.
And the thing is, my court eviction isn't even signed, and I got it yesterday, and it says I have to be out in 7 days.
Well, they can't do that. Listen, I mean, you can hold out, go to court, and make your case with that agreement. But I need to know overall, how long is your lease?
12 months. I've been here for 6 of it.
Well, I don't see how she can do this. I don't understand. And she won't talk to you?
No, she won't answer my calls. She even unlocked out of my online account through my apartment. We have an account we can go on. And
why did you wait? You definitely have. Can you send us a picture with your phone or something, a copy of that agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, Trina, go out and get a copy of that. We're gonna. You can call us back.
When did they put that notice on your door?
The eviction yesterday.
And you don't think that's because you didn't pay yesterday on the 10th?
No, it
could be. It could be, Mark. It could. Hold on. Mark's got a good point there. Talk to that point. You said you missed rent for March, due March 10th, right?
Yes.
And then you just missed April.
But the notice was dated the 3/6 of 23.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, what she's saying
That's when the eviction was filed.
She filed the eviction even before she had a chance to pay April.
Yeah. It's not even signed by a judge.
Okay. If you're correct in all your dates and when the rent was actually due for April, then you show up at the hearing and you show that deal that you made with her.
Well, it's not a hearing. It says the sheriffs will be here that day to kick me out.
No, they won't. Not unless. Wait a minute. There are steps she has to go through. They can't just show up in 7 days.
Did you have a court date you missed?
Did you ever have? Wait a minute. When you said you were being evicted and made that agreement with the landlord, was that agreement? Was there a court date set before that agreement?
Yes, I went to court.
And when you went to court, what happened?
They had me come to a written agreement with my landlord. It's either that or they evicted me, and we came to a written agreement.
And so you showed up at court.
Yes.
And there was a judge there, and the judge, and then your landlord said, Your Honor, we're going to make a private agreement?
Yes.
Oh, this sounds crazy. We need to call your landlord. I mean, in fact, we need Kachina to call her right now. Is Sue around? Sue's isn't in the studio, is she?
No, she's here.
Well, okay, let's have Kachina or somebody call right now, because we really should. Or Mark, you give her a call.
Yeah.
If you can. Let's do this.
Email me the info. I'll call her here on break.
Yeah. We need.
I need first, last name, etc.
Yeah, get that information. And thanks, Mark. 303-713-8255. This is no, this isn't right. This isn't right. I want to tell you about Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, doing a market evaluation of your home for the asking, free of charge, no obligation, and it's really useful information. He does the comps, the size of your home, the supply and demand, the neighborhood, and what he believes it will net. And he can prove through stats that he sells more and sells faster than anyone. And I'm going to tell you something. He would be very reliable if you want to know what your house will bring. 303-920-1622.
Yep.
With their first pick in the NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select you. The Broncos and Bud Light are teaming up to pick one lucky fan and their guest for a VIP trip to the 2023 NFL Draft in Kansas City. The lucky Broncos fan will receive travel, hotel, and exclusive access to the NFL Draft, plus the Bud Light Draft House during the draft in Kansas City. Declare yourself eligible to be drafted by the Broncos at denverbroncos.com/thepick.
David Ellis Jewelry will buy your used jewelry, antique jewelry, vintage jewelry. Depending on the value, you'll get a fair price. DavidEllisJewelry.com has been around for 40 years, someone we can trust at 3rd and Clayton in Cherry Creek North. Or you can give him a call, and here's the deal. If you have junk, he'll buy that too. Tangled messes, you know, those chains in the junk drawer, mismatched earrings, incomplete coin collections, broken watches. Give David Ellis a shot at that. 303-322-8779. Excel Roofing. I can't say enough about how this company is run. Why? Because, well, yeah, I'm friends with Jay. I've known him for years, from the beginning almost of his company, and the beginning of my referral list. Jay Bretz has been satisfying customers with a very simple way of doing business at Excel Roofing. First and foremost, each project manager stays with you from beginning to end. They clean up and they take care of you, and they don't collect a cent until you're content. Number two, here's what else they do. They do repairs, not just for their own customers, but they'll take a look at any roofing problem. And they do gutter cleaning at extraordinary deals, sometimes free for people in need and seniors. What you need is a company like Excel Roofing where there is no risk. As I said, you don't pay a dime, they don't have penalty clauses, and they don't force you to sign a contract by knocking at your door to look at your roof. Just give them a call and notice the difference. 303-761-6400, 761-6400, excelroofing.com. O'Brien Legal Services, our expert in real estate. We use him, of course, on the show as an expert, but we refer people to him when they have a real estate issue. But you don't even have to have an issue. Let's say you're having a closing and you want someone to go over your paperwork. Well, doesn't it make sense for a few $100 to have that done instead of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars blindly? They can also look at financing documents or big commercial leases or handle any kind of real estate dispute. OLSLaw.com. That stands for O'Brien Legal Services. 720-370-7388.
Need to sell your...
Are you sending me that?
Huh?
Have her send me that lady's info.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Cool.
Oh, why did she hang up?
She hung up? That's stupid.
No, I'm trying to get her back right now.
Why'd you hang up on her?
Yeah. Why'd you hang up on her?
She said that one word.
Here's the lease. The rental agreement, but... Okay, it says the 7th day of the month, not the 10th.
Oh, fantastic.
I think that's a different lease.
What are you talking about? It's her, right?
That's a different lease.
No, that's Judy's.
That's Judy's, right there. That's the lease. So first of all, she's late.
Wait. Who were we just talking to?
Judy.
Trina.
Trina? Wait a minute. What the fuck are we... What?
Who's on first?
Wait a minute. Trina, Judy is the apartment with no electricity.
Correct.
Who's got the mold?
And we were just talking to Trina.
I got the mold.
And she's the one who's scared to give us the property manager's name because of the lease she signed.
Who? Trina?
Judy. Trina gave me the information, but she also hung up.
Then forget
I
her.
can't get her back.
No, forget her if she hung up. So this is the one without electricity.
Well, if you have the landlord's info, I'll still call.
Yeah.
I'm sending it to you right now, Mark.
But I don't. She just wanted us to see that clause about attorneys. We're not attorneys. We can call her. I don't even see it here.
I haven't. I'm sending that info to Mark. I'm sending Trina's info to Mark. You guys have Judy's lease.
Right. Judy's lease. Where does it say anything about not being able to...
I didn't find it.
I didn't need... Oh, attorney's fees. Okay. In the event of any litigation arising out of this, parties agree that the venue for any dispute shall be Okay, so it doesn't say you can't have an attorney. It even says here, waiver of a jury trial. It doesn't not say you can't hire an attorney. This woman is fucking stupid.
Hey.
No, there's nothing here that says she cannot hire.
How now?
Well, change my name to stupid. And
there's not. I mean, why do people see things that aren't there?
It's really what the media is based on. All right, guys. Hang on.
Talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You know, Judy, the one with no electricity, I want to go back to her. You there, Judy?
I am.
Judy, you sent me your lease, and
yes.
I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm giving you a cursory opinion based on me reading it as if I was renting. And first and foremost, you have to move out. There is a requirement here that you carry renter's insurance for that.
Yes, I do.
Well, your renter's insurance is going to pay for temporary housing. So
that'd be.
That's exactly why the Hold on. That's exactly why the landlord is requiring it.
Yes, I understand that, but I think he should be responsible.
Well, I don't care what you think. I mean, dear, you signed an agreement saying you're going to carry insurance for this. I mean, yes. and she's covering 2 weeks. I really think if you look at the liability and delivery and possession and insurance and the remedies, I really believe that this landlord is covered. I don't see where they have to provide you temporary housing beyond what they've done. Now, I'm saying you should see an attorney if you disagree. They also have addendums here for this is a very, very complete lease here. But what I don't see is something you mentioned off the air. I don't see something here that says you can't hire an attorney or seek help. Where does it say that?
In Section 3 responsibilities,
Section 3. Hold on. But because here's why that doesn't make sense. Because there's also an addendum talking about court and court costs and attorney's fees. So I mean, how? Okay, I'm going to look at Section 3 before I talk about this. Let me see. Section 3, responsibilities. Now,
it's a little more than halfway down.
It says here that you're not going to hold the landlord or their agents liable for any injury, damage, okay, of personal property. That's why they're going to make you have insurance, and I get all that. Owners and occupants of, or from owners and occupants of adjoining, neither landlord or their agents and employees shall be liable in any manner for interference of the peaceful and quiet enjoyment or for any loss resulting therefrom arising from acts or omissions of other tenants, landlords, or, okay, what they're saying is she's not going to, well, this may not hold up, but it says landlords or occupants of adjoining property, their guests. Oh, okay, no, that's right, adjoining property. Okay, so they're basically saying, look, if we didn't cause the problem, and then tenants shall indemnify the landlord and their agents, harmless of all claims, demands, causes of action, judgments, expenses, or any loss arising from tenants' use of the premises. Okay, I get that. Landlord or their agents and employees, tenant shall, landlord. I don't see, okay, what are you reading here? I mean, read it to me. I don't see anything here. Tenant acknowledges that tenant must file a claim against landlords or agents, employees, attorneys, contractors, heirs, successors, assigned representatives, individually, and tenant expressly waives tenant's ability to bring, represent, joint, or other maintain a class action, okay, collective action, or similar in any form. Tenant agrees that the landlord shall not be liable for damages and costs incurred by tenant due to landlord's inability to deliver possession on the date of this lease. That's already come and gone. Tenant may declare the lease null and void if the premises is delayed beyond 3 days of the scheduled date of occupancy, and all money shall be refunded. It says you can't take part in a class action lawsuit. You're not looking for a class action lawsuit. Listen, I really believe you don't know what you're reading. And I'm saying this out of kindness. You have no idea what you're reading. It does not preclude you from filing a lawsuit. It does not preclude you from finding help. It does not preclude you from hiring an attorney. Not at all. It does require you to get renter's insurance in the event that there are cases like this. But the landlord is only expressing denial liability for anyone in adjoining properties or other tenants, and this is pretty standard. I don't think this is a bad lease. This lease has nothing to do with asking for help, so I don't know why you're afraid for us to ask for help. However, we're not going to ask for help because the lease already said you're supposed to have insurance for temporary housing. I'm sorry, and even though you feel that they should provide temporary housing, that's not what your lease says. So, sorry about that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, people, when you're an adult, you really have to be responsible for what you sign. And I think it's sad that most people don't know what they're signing, ever. Ever. They trust and they listen. Anyway, I'm sorry that you had a problem, but I don't know what else to do. It's done. 303-713-8255. Now, Judy in the apartment that's had electrical outages. Is that the one we were just talking to? Or, yeah. Now, what about the other one, Trina? What about Trina? What is going on with her?
All right, I've got an update on Trina.
Now, Trina was the one that missed rent, okay? And we did not see her lease.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So but she did not pay on the 10th, so what's going on?
So basically, remember, she disconnected herself from us because her landlord called her and had caught wind that we were talking about it on the show and said that she is revocating the eviction, and they worked everything out.
That is wonderful.
So there's no reason to call anyone or anything like that. Trina is 100% covered.
That is wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay. 303-713-TALK. I love it when things come together like that. 303-713-8255. Now let's talk to who's been waiting the longest. Bill, what is happening? Bill, what's going on?
Thanks for taking my call. I wonder if you could help me out with a roofing issue. We purchased a house that was built by Meritage. It was built in 2015.
Did you buy it new?
We bought it.
Did you buy it new?
We did. We did not. I believe we're the third owners.
Okay.
And we bought it last year.
Okay.
And I think we closed February, March. And we noticed that we're losing the granulars off the roof.
Yeah.
And every day we sweep them off the
back
patio. So I went ahead and contacted gas and initiated a claim.
Now, well, so hold on a sec. So this house was built in 2015, and you have GAF siding? I mean, roofing?
Yeah, asphalt.
Okay, but what warranty? Did you inherit a warranty?
I don't believe we inherited the warranty. They're telling me when we bought it, we were supposed to transfer the warranty within a year.
Of course. I was just going to say there's a procedure. It's not automatic.
Correct. But
okay.
Here's my take, Tom. I mean, they know that it's a defective shingle.
Well, no. If it's defective, I mean, okay, listen. They're trying to get you on a technicality. Is that what they're saying?
Correct. Not transferring the warranty. I thought maybe this would have been done through title, but apparently not.
Well, of course not. It's not. Nothing is automatic. Nothing when it comes to warranties, unless the warranty says it's automatic. But in 2015, did you have the house inspected? Not 15. I'm sorry. Last year when you bought it, did you have the house inspected?
We did.
Okay. Did anyone discover any problem?
They did not. We had there was some flashing stuff that we had repaired on the roof and through the inspection, and that was it. But now, we're seeing they weren't there long enough to.
How do you know they're defective?
Well, we're sweeping granulars.
No, that doesn't mean it's defective. It could have had damage. How do you know it's defective from the manufacturer?
Well, they specifically asked me when I submitted the claim, said, "Are you losing granulars off the asphalt shingles?" I said, "Yes. Every day we sweep them."
Okay, Bill. Bill, losing granules in and of itself is not necessarily a defective roof. That's all I'm saying. Did you have the roof inspected to find out why it's losing granules?
Well, I'll have to get a hold of a roofing inspector. I reached out to the district rep for GAF.
Yes.
And I'm waiting for a call back.
Okay.
To have him look.
Okay. Hold on a second. I want to get one of our roofing experts to weigh in on this. I'd like to get Jay Bretz on. If we can find him and get him on to talk about this. He's familiar with GAF roofing, and I don't know, like I said, it does sound crappy to me if it's defective, if it is, and it didn't have storm damage or wind damage or water damage. Okay, let's say it's defective for argument's sake. It sounds pretty crappy to me that if that was installed in 2015, what kind of warranty does it normally carry?
Well, those they're GAF timberline impact resistant. They carry a 25, typically, possibly a 30.
Okay, it seems crappy to me that they're not recognizing that simply because you didn't fill out a piece of paper. Do you know what I'm saying? It just
absolutely. It
does sound pretty crappy to me. However, God, I mean, if that's the way it is, I don't know. We might be able to negotiate something. First, Let's get, as I said, Jay Brett's on to talk about this, okay? I want to get someone to talk about this. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255.
Very nice.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Tudor Dixon Podcast.
Another easy 11 o'clock drive throughout the Denver Metro. I-25 north and southbound showing intended posted speeds from one end of town to the other. That trend continues up north towards the Fort Collins area and down south to Castle Rock as well. Back to town and heading to DIA, I-70 east and westbound, no complaints. I-225 north and southbound flowing free for our drivers in Aurora and DTC. Heading to the Boulder area, Highway 36 east and westbound flowing free as well. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies out there, nice and warm again with a high of 82 degrees, overnight low of 48. Tomorrow, mostly sunny again with a high of 83. The current temperature in Denver is 78 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Coming up on the next episode of the Tudor Dixon Podcast, why is the left so eager to push the trans agenda on our kids? Don't miss the eye-opening episode with Yaku Boyens. Catch the Tudor Dixon Podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know, if you are basically in trouble with your family law issue, like you need a divorce attorney or separation agreement, or you're in the middle of it, or you want a second opinion, or anything to do with family law, let me urge you first to go to harrisfamilylaw.com. And then I want you to look up their webinars. They have so many subjects already they've done live on Wednesday night that they've recorded for you. And it's free access. They also have, of course, fresh ones they're doing every Wednesday. To find out more, go to harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars. Hey, and if you need free information about your house, Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, will do a market valuation. Now listen, a lot of people say, isn't this just to get a listing or a drive-by, or doesn't he just look at Zillow? And the answer is no, no, no. Frank Duran has no obligation to sit with you and go over your desires for this house. And if you want to sell it or not, he will give you an evaluation based on the size, the comps, the neighborhood, the taxes, inflation, interest rates, supply and demand at any given time, and even what you can buy, what you'll net. Frank Duran, the real estate man, providing useful information for you. He's been serving people for 30 years. Let him serve you at 920-1622. 303-920-1622.
Hey, it's you. For my friends at...
Hey, Coochie Cacciatore or whatever her name is was out of the room, so...
It's,
we're working on Petrelli.
Yeah, I mean, Jay... if she's already called Jay, that's
No,
fine.
she hadn't.
Well, wait a minute. I'd rather call him, unless she's in the Springs or something.
No, just Petrelli sells gaff, and they're elite, and I know he does not sell gaff.
Okay. But
that's the only reason.
They normally, though, to be honest with you, they won't make statements. I mean, you'll see. It's going to be like, well, I don't know. No, I've noticed the representative doesn't answer questions directly. I don't understand this Woodland Valley Park, Wood Park payment reconciliation email. I have no idea what this means. From Christine.
So, yeah, she's on line 4. She is...
so she hasn't been on yet. Okay.
She hasn't.
Okay, got it then.
So
that's okay.
why I said to check email.
Okay.
She called and left a voicemail, but then she also sent us that email. So I didn't know if you guys needed to refer to that. That's why I sent it.
Okay. They made this... Why are they paying so much? Jeez. Okay. I see. This is a good outline of damages. Really good.
And then I'm working on Petrali right now. Michael O'Malley should be calling. He's just out of the office.
Well-
so they're trying to message him right now.
So try Jay?
All right. I really, okay, from now on, though, I mean, for the relationship I have with Jay and for what he's been doing all these years, I want to use him first.
Okay. All right. I will try Jay.
Okay. I mean, you know, it's okay if it's in the Springs or something like that, but...
Understood.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Blame Mark.
No, it's not a blame thing. I mean, if Jay's not available, we'll go to anybody like that, yeah.
Tom, blaming others is my cardio.
Oh, good.
No, really, it's like 3 calories every time I point. What's up?
Killing me right now. And it kind of hurts to laugh, so can you please stop?
Oh, they won't show it on TV. Brutal attack in San Francisco caught on film, and then they don't show it. Come on.
Oh, did you see that video?
No.
They've actually showed it.
What video?
What's
What
he getting
video?
out with?
The guy that gets attacked in San Francisco.
Well,
What do you mean, attacked by who and what?
Hey,
I don't know.
Ramsey,
There's some deal where a guy's swinging a... I don't know if it's not a bat, but oh my God, going after somebody.
Yeah, it's Kelly from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter radio show. We have a roofing question on from a caller, and he wanted an expert.
I have a number of people coming by today, and no, it's not pizza.
Uh-huh.
I have Valero Construction, and I have George from Fix It 24/7. I got to do a TV commercial. In fact, I got
to show off your plumbing.
In fact, I got to practice that. I'm going to try it. Hold on. Hello. Why do most heating and air systems fail? Dirt, the #1 killer.
I'm Tom Martino. This is my P-trap.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino.
Yep.
Hey, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. I want to take a quick comment from Bill on education in schools. Go ahead, Bill. Give me that quick comment, sir. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, yesterday you were talking about that a little bit, about balancing checkbooks and whatnot. Well,
right.
Let me just start off by saying my kids are grown; they're out of school, so I'm not in touch with the school now. Until Easter Sunday, we go over to good friends of ours' house who have young kids. They don't teach cursive in school. Did you know that?
Right. No more. Right.
What? I mean, I hadn't a clue. It's like, are you kidding me?
No, I know. They don't teach handwriting. Absolutely not.
I mean, so now what does that mean? I mean, a signature used to mean something. So what? I mean, what in the world is going on? Like, you're not even going to teach a kid how to sign their own name?
I mean, really, the cursive is not taught. Now, they teach basic printing when you're in early grades, but then that goes away. You just have to use your thumbs on your phone or your keyboard.
What happened to basic life skills? You know, there used to be home economics. There used to be shop, basic math.
Well, but truly, no one writes anymore with cursive. That is a true statement, isn't it?
It is. You're right there. You're right.
But you're right, though. But that's not the only thing going away. There are very basics not being taught. And again, I mentioned that with checkbooks, there's no reason to balance a checkbook anymore because everything is usually instantaneous. I mean, very few people have conventional checkbooks, but they should talk about debits and credits and accounting basic finances for personal finance. You know, they don't. I mean, we could complain about this all day long. And you know what? Here's the thing. Complaining does no good because I'm telling you, the world is going to hell, and it's been going to hell. It's not like it's just going to hell now. When I was growing up, my mom said the world's going to hell. Everyone says that. The world's going to hell. You know, everything is bad, right? To the generation that just grew up. And we seem to get along somehow. Although I'm telling you, it seems weird right now. It seems weirder than it's ever been right now. Let's talk to Jay Brett's Excel Roofing. I have a question for him. We have a guy that bought a house. He's not on right now, but he bought a GAF siding. Well, he bought the house last year.
Tom,
it was built.
Let me stop you real quick.
Yeah.
About what that guy was saying, don't you think in school they should at least teach kids what a car payment is going to cost them for that car if they buy it over 5 years?
And what insurance is, and what of course. I think they should teach all kinds of things. There's not a practical education course or curriculum anywhere in the country. I'd love to start one. I don't know. I've been saying this for years. And just go through a normal year of life, what people will encounter. Look at, how about if you want to get married, getting a license, and why, and what you do, although I think that's stupid anyway, that the government's involved, but teach them the forms of the things you go through. Anyway, Bill bought a home last year, Jay, and he inherited from 2015, so it's relatively new house, right? I mean, somewhat, 8 years. It had GAF siding. Or excuse me, roofing, GAF. Now, it's losing granules every day. He's saying it's defective. Now, GAF says they're not going to recognize the 25-year warranty because he was supposed to transfer it to his name and he never did. To me, that sounds like chicken crap. But tell me, first and foremost, losing granules, is that a sign of a defective roof?
So what GAF is doing with that hard stance of them not transferring the warranty, that is correct. And I think it's one of their outs that manufacturers do so they don't have to cover the warranty. They say, well, we're going to have a certain percentage of people that just won't even bother to do it. But, okay, so on the granule loss, so you can have severe granule loss where it's just coming off a lot. Or
this is high impact. This is hail-resistant roof, I think he said. High impact. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, it's a hail-resistant roof is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
And so what happens, though, for the listeners out there, they should know that granules are going to come off your roof all the time if you have an asphalt shingle. Those granules will accumulate in the gutters. So after a big rain, if you see a bunch of granules at the bottom of the downspouts, that's not necessarily unusual, and it's not necessarily a problem. If you have a question, you should have the roof inspected by somebody like Excel, and we'll go up there and tell you if the granule loss on the shingles is excessive or not.
That's what I was thinking.
You need to have an expert go up there. And then if an expert like us think that the granule loss is excessive, what we do, and this is the part of the process I really don't like, we pull a shingle and then we send it back to GAF and say, hey, is this shingle defective or not? So we're just, who's guarding the hen house on this deal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So is GAF as a company and warranties, are they worse than others, better than others, or about the same?
How do I say this as diplomatically as possible? I like Owens Corning the best. I think that they have the best warranty fulfillment of any shingle manufacturer in the business.
But would they pull a technicality?
Well, it like everything in life, it depends who you are. If somebody deals with a company like Excel Roofing because we're a platinum Owens Corning contractor,
you can put pressure on them.
They treat us and our customers better. They do, and it's just a fact of life. They will, and we tell this to customers when they buy the roof. If somebody wants a GAF shingle, we will certainly install it. We'll do a great job. And GAF is the largest asphalt shingle manufacturer in the country. So, they're a big player, and they make a pretty darn good shingle. I don't think that their warranty process is as good as Owens Corning, for example.
Okay, that's well said. So the bottom line is this. He should first get the roof inspected. But even if it is defective, they have an out. They're saying you didn't transfer it, and I think that's crap.
That's right. And so what Bill can do is he can just play the waiting game. And even though he knows he's got shingles up that are bad, hopefully it'll hail in his neighborhood in the next 2 to 5 years or whatever, and the roof will get totaled out by hail. That would be my ace in the hole.
But even if it's the high impact hail resistant roof?
Yes. So the hail resistant asphalt shingles, they will get damaged by the larger hail. The smaller hail does not damage them nearly as much. And so that's what the benefit of having that Class 4 impact-resistant asphalt shingle is. If you want to talk about what I consider in the almost hail-proof category, like that roof we put on for Mark, the plastic shingles, those things are pretty bomber-proof.
But that's not what this is, the GAF.
The GAF shingles are not that. And more times than not, if a hailstorm rolls through and let's say it's quarter to golf ball size hail, his insurance company would total the roof. And so there's benefits and not benefits of insurance companies in doing roof inspections. If his insurance company was to go out and do a roof inspection, then they would probably, and if the shingles are so defective that they're just falling apart, of course, his insurance company is going to say, hey, you need to buy a new roof if you want to keep the coverage on it. So that's the reason. Right. And we talk about this. You want to make sure that you don't call your insurance company to have them come out unless you're positive that you're going to get
Otherwise, they count it against you. Jay Bretz, thank you. ExcelRoofing.com, 303-761-6400. More coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Another easy 11 o'clock drive throughout the Denver Metro. I-25 north and southbound showing intended posted speeds from one end of town to the other. That trend continues up north towards the Fort Collins area and down south to Castle Rock as well. Back to town and heading to DIA, I-70 east and westbound, no complaints. I-225 north and southbound flowing free for our drivers in Aurora and DTC. Heading to the Boulder area, Highway 36 east and westbound flowing free as well. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies out there, nice and warm again with a high of 82 degrees, overnight low of 48. Tomorrow, mostly sunny again with a high of 83. The current temperature in Denver is 78 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Are you tired of listening to stories that are saturated with wokeness? If you are, then you should try Red Pilled America. We tell good old-fashioned stories that align with middle America values. Listen to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
And I want to tell you about Made in the Shade. If you need window coverings, you won't do better than Made in the Shade. For all price ranges, they will come out and give you an estimate and measure for free. And then they'll help you with a design expert to order the stuff you want if you decide to use them. And then their in-house crew will put them up. And they guarantee installation, and the manufacturer guarantees the shades, the window coverings, the drapes, the curtains, hard goods, soft goods, whatever you decide to get, even exterior shutters. Made in the Shade. Look for them at referralist.com or Google them. Made in the Shade, 720-458-6566. American Restoration is a company that, frankly, I hope you never use, because that would mean you have a flood or a fire, a broken pipe, asbestos, black mold, or a similar problem. You need the people that do the job right. American Restoration 24/7. That's why they're going to come out and get you what you need, not what your insurance company tries to tell you to cut back on. American Restoration wants to make sure they mitigate the dangerous substances, and they have the certifications to get it done right. And then they help you rebuild to the extent you want them to. They'll do it all. 833-7 AMREST. That's 8337 AMREST, or online AMREST247.com.
Don't let depression, anxiety.
God, I'm paying taxes, man.
What kind of taxes?
Federal. Just 15th is coming up.
Well, you earned.
How did you not pay sooner by, at least some?
I did pay some.
Oh, okay.
Quarterly?
No, it's like, I swear to God, when people say, never mind, I don't want to say it, but it just sucks.
It's horrible.
Remember, people keep voting to attack you rich folks.
Yeah, right.
Got to go after the rich. They don't realize it'd be more profitable going after the poor.
Yeah, it would be. They can't fight.
Yep, and there's a lot more of them.
Screw the bastards. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
Hey, Jethro, what are you going to do about it? We're taking... Wow, really? It's that big a check?
I won't even say it.
Don't say it, but I'm so sorry that...
Cry me a river.
It's not as big as the one he wrote, but it's fucking huge.
Ugh, it hurts.
I'm saving a fortune not having to pay taxes on my meth dealership.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Although you're supposed to.
Huh. It's just like Trump. I heard Dershowitz say it. He says, okay, so you've just paid off a hooker to not tell your wife while you're running for president that you were pie-holing her. Then you want us to tell the IRS that you're paying off a hooker because, he's like, does that not defeat the purpose of paying off a hooker? All right, Alan Dershowitz, thank you for being with us. He said that the other day on Fox.
Like cold, as in freezing cold?
What good is it when hush money doesn't work anymore?
You got that right.
What the fuck is this? Mark about it. I think it probably gives you a lot better advice than I can. So hang on, okay? All right, hold on.
Which line are you saying to go to?
Mike.
Okay.
1108. 3.
All right.
I just need to stand up and stretch for a second.
Coochie Cacciatore is in a lot of pain here.
Cursive is not taught.
It's not. So here's the funny thing.
That was on tape. He wasn't saying it just now.
Oh. Thanks, Shannon. You're so funny.
Kelly. Here we go.
You're so funny.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Hey, Mark, you got a comment on that? Go ahead. On that handwriting not being taught anymore?
Tom. Yeah, Tom. The reason I think, it's just my opinion, is they're wanting to erase history. Most of our history is all written in cursive. So if you can't read it, you won't know it.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that the history's been translated by now? There's not a stitch of it that
we would hope so. Yeah, we would hope so.
Yeah.
But, if you find something like a treasure or anything like anything written in cursive, nobody's going to know how to read it.
I don't think that's the reason, though, Mark. Come on. I mean...
No, it's a good guess.
It's a good theory based on paranoia, I think. Although there is a lot... Go ahead.
Conspiracies.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to Mike. Has a car insurance issue. Mike, go ahead. What's happening?
Yeah, I have a question for you. I need some advice.
Sure, Mike.
I was in an accident about a week ago. I had a 15-year-old driver on a learner's permit turn left in front of me, and we were doing about 45 miles an hour. Severe damage to the cars and some injuries to my passenger and myself. And his insurance company is Farmers Insurance, and they called me and left me a voicemail last Thursday saying they were going to total my truck, and they would be getting back.
Wait, are they taking responsibility even though you hit them?
No, I didn't. They hit me.
Oh.
They took the right away from me.
Okay, got it.
They turned left. They had a blinking yellow arrow.
No, I get it. I get it. Uh-huh. Okay.
And they received the ticket
I get it.
for the accident.
Okay.
So they called last Thursday, said the damage is too great. They're going to total the truck, and someone would be getting back to me with a payout amount. Yesterday they called and told me they're not going to pay anything because their insured party does not have enough insurance.
All right, hold on. We know what to do, and I hope you're prepared too. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Stay on the line, all of you. We'll get to all of your calls, I promise. Christine, I read your email as well. Coming up, more on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Honky dokie.
Fabulous.
As far as you know.
I did take a bath in Epsom salt last night, which helped a little bit.
Buddy Epson?
Buddy Epson.
You know, he was originally going to play the Tin Man, but he had an allergic reaction to the silver mix. It was actually, I think it was maybe part lead.
Well, I couldn't imagine why you wouldn't have a reaction to that.
Well, then what's this guy didn't have a reaction? He got the part. That's how he died again. Can't remember who ultimately played the Tin Man. Well, you know, Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. But you knew that.
Okay, you want to hear something funny? Tom?
Yes.
Singing be funny.
Hold on, this can't be right. I gotta see. No!
What?
Hold on. Okay. Okay, so for Colorado, taxes.
Yeah.
You can pay with cryptocurrency. You can pay by credit card, but I mean that would be insane. The fees are extraordinary. Check or cryptocurrency.
Or you could clean Polis's garage.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly? Give me the amount of jelly. What kind of jelly? The huge. Grape. Best jelly ever.
Although I did find a family-sized bucket of strawberry at the store the other day that was very tempting. Mostly because of the family bucket size.
Adam actually prefers strawberry to grape jelly.
Yeah, I'd go raspberry, but I don't know.
I like apricot. Because you could do a lot with it. Like, you could use it in marinades.
Argument over.
No, what? Because it rhymes. You can do a lot.
Are you going to be in Freedom for a while?
Am I going to move to Reno, would you say?
Are you going to be in Freedom
when's
for
the
a
last
while?
time you were at Reno?
Yeah. 90. October of 90. Stopped in Reno. Got very sick eating at the buffet at Circus Circus.
I didn't know there was a Circus up there.
Circus is big. Go back to the 90s. I'm sure it was pretty good. Right now, you go to Circus.
I screwed up. Well, then part of the damage you see in my mouth was also caused by the Riviera in Las Vegas. About 2 days before I got married for the first time, I bit into some wire. I think it was part of a fryer basket.
What?
Fry basket, you know what I mean? Busted up a tooth. Now, fortunately, I was drinking back then in 93. And so I'm getting ready to head to the Graceland Wedding Chapel to get married to my daughter's mom. And had this cracked tooth. Took a pair of hemostats and yanked it out. I can't take this anymore. Boink. Let's get married. You know, the lady.
And she says fine.
Yeah. I was quite catch.
Oh, clearly.
I called my dad just before the ceremony. I hadn't told him I was getting married. Dad, I'm really going to get married. Son, I think you should take it easy. You should really consider it. What are you doing? I'm good. I got this. Pulled out a tooth. I'm like, God. Tell me what to do.
Oh, did you email Jay?
Yep.
Okay.
He's getting me a stuffed Pink Panther. Obviously, he's Pink Panther. Our company is a platinum seller of Owens Corning. You know, Pink Panther's there. Yeah. Well, goddamn it, do. So hopefully
Hook a brother up.
give me a 6-foot Pink Panther. Party. I'm in here all day Friday. So we're gonna have to factor in my pizza needs.
I don't know if Kevin and Jeff are going to be in Friday.
Yeah, I got a guy on.
Yes, I do. I'm on 3 and 5.
Tom should come in Friday.
Okay.
What's going on Friday?
We're in Vegas, so you should come in for
All right.
guests.
All right.
And in case we need a small Italian sausage pizza.
Yeah, it's lost on
Oh, God, I don't even want to look at this crap anymore.
If you cut that check, Mark, could you get another Genesis?
Why do most heating and air systems fail? Dirt, the #1 killer. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino with this important tip. Get a true extreme cleaning only from Fix It 24/7. The best part, for new customers, it's just $39.
Or you could play with
a no breakdown
crypto.
guarantee this summer, or the call
In
is free.
Colorado.
The best part, for new customers, it's just $39 with a no breakdown guarantee this summer, or the call is free. Fix It wants to show you true preventive maintenance with no gimmicks. You can't lose on this one.
They're on top of it.
So I hear 15 seconds, guys.
Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW. And you could win $5,000 now by listening to 630 KHOW on the free iHeartRadio app.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show this hour, brought to you by Water Pros. You can get a whole house water softening system with excellent quality, low maintenance for just $1,600 with a special deal from the manufacturer. You won't find better systems at lower prices. Waterpros.net or paulthewaterman.com, 303-862-5554. Let's continue solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. First, I want to have Pat talk about life skills. Pat, go ahead. What is your comment? I asked if you were happy with schools and the way they're teaching, and shouldn't they have something about basic life skills and all the things we encounter after we graduate? Go ahead, Pat.
I don't think the schools should be doing it. The schools can barely do what they're supposed to be doing now. This is a parent's job. When I graduated from high school and was ready to buy my first car, my dad took me out, showed me how to change the oil and change the tire, and then handed me a AAA card. And then he handed me a loan application that he wrote up and an amortization schedule. if parents don't know this
No,
stuff,
obviously parents should teach a lot of things, but they don't. And here's the problem. Rather than perpetuate this, schools have a lot of time with our kids, and they don't make efficient use of the time. You say they have their hands full. I don't think they have their hands full. I think schools are very inefficient in the way they operate.
I don't say they have their hands full. I say they can't basically manage to teach what they need to teach.
Yeah, and that says something, doesn't it?
They're not good at it.
The junior and senior,
Parents
the senior
need to
year's a
step up
throwaway.
and teach their kids.
The senior year's a throwaway, and that's when it should be done. But you're right. Parents should be teaching kids. They're not, and that's the thing. They're not, unfortunately. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, that's part of being a parent.
Yeah, yes, it is. That's right. But I don't think the kids should suffer because they don't, is what I'm saying. If it was standardized, some basic knowledge in the senior year, that would be pretty cool. Mike has a car insurance issue. Go ahead. What's happening? I think we talked about this, and you were in an accident, and you were hit by a young driver with a permit, 15 years old, and his insurance is State Farm. Is that right?
It's Farmers.
Okay.
His insurance is Farmers.
Okay, his insurance is Farmers. Okay, now, what's going on now? They're saying your car is total, but they will pay nothing. Now, why is that?
They're saying that the insured party does not have enough insurance.
And how much do they have?
They won't tell me. Farmers won't tell me.
Okay. So what you do, you have a couple choices here. Your underinsured motorist property damage or collision coverage would cover it. Do you have either of those?
Yes, I have both.
Okay. Collision takes precedent. Collision will cover you. You have to pay a deductible. And what's the issue with not using your own insurance? That's why you have it. It's for times like this. But is it your deductible? Because you can sue the owner of this who was with the kid. You can sue the kid and whoever was with him. Who was with him?
It was his mother.
Yeah, just sue them for the deductible. Do they look poor? Is the car an old wreck? What is it?
No, it's a 2017 Ford F-150, so it's not that old. But it was just a question of, why I should have to make a claim on my insurance policy.
Because that's the way it is. It's a not at fault accident, but that's why we have insurance. I wish the world was perfect where they have to, but they don't. Let's put it this way: if you go to them and you made a claim against the insurance, which you can do, and the insurance, what's your car worth?
Well, that's the problem. It's a 2001 F-250, but it had less than 100,000 miles on it. So comparable ones are still between 36 and 40,000. There's only a couple available with that.
Is it a diesel?
Pilot.
Is it a diesel?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
You're not going to. Okay. How many miles were on it?
95,000.
Okay. Yeah. You're not going to get 40. You're not even going to get near. You're going to be disappointed with your own insurance company. By the way, you're going to be really upset. It's going to be worth what it's worth. I can't argue with you on that. But I will say this: you can bring a major lawsuit against that family and get a judgment for whatever you can prove is the value. Okay.
Okay.
But you're not going to collect it unless they have the money. So if their insurance pays out, you still are going to be short. So that's why you have your insurance. You put a claim, they'll subrogate if they think they'll collect anything. And then your deductible is how much?
$250. So it's low.
Man, it's too low, but okay. So that's great. You're in Fat City. You can sue them for $250. By the way, it's a non-chargeable accident on your part, so don't be so shook up. But, Mike, that's the easiest way. By the time you fight this family and take them to court and get a judgment that won't be paid, my God, you're going through efforts. That's why you have insurance. 303-713-8255. Christine sent us an email. She has a problem with a contractor. And Christine, of all the emails I've gotten, yours was really, really good on really giving us the lowdown on your damages. I mean, you did a very good job. You talked about the total money paid to them, $31,200. You talked about the work they did, $21,600. You talked about the difference and all of that, and or your overpayment. Then you talked about damage they did to your house. That might be the only thing they might argue about, that they damaged your gutters and your deck. So then you come up with a net of what they owe you, which comes to $13,000. Now, this is a very logical argument. I wish most people would do this. So, Christine, what does this construction company say about it? And the construction company is Madrid. Is that the name of it?
Yes, Tom, that's the name of it. And thank you so much. I'm so grateful to talk to you today about this. Yes,
so what about it? I mean, what do they say about your logical argument here, Christine?
Well, it's been really difficult for me to have a conversation with them because all the texts that I have sent to them and this email, they haven't responded to, with the exception of a couple of texts which say they're analyzing numbers and they'll get back to me.
And when did they tell you that?
They told me that starting when I really started to initiate it through written documentation.
When did you hire them? When did you first hire them?
I first hired them in September of 2021. That's when I gave them the first down payment for 50% of the work so they could get the roof material.
What were they doing for you?
They were going to do the roofing on my house, my detached garage, a greenhouse, which takes more plastic. It's just a very...
Anything in addition to roofs? Plastic. Anything in addition?
Yes. The painting of the house and the garage and the refinishing of the deck.
Okay.
Yep.
And
so initially, Tom...
Why did you fire them? Did you fire them, or do they think they're done?
I didn't officially fire them. We were in negotiations. Al Madrid has been in the construction field for decades, and he and I had actually a great relationship. I mean, he was really slow about getting things done. In part, he blamed it on State Farm claims being sluggish, which it was a little bit of a hassle to get them the photos and for them to respond, but it was also because he wasn't very technically
okay.
savvy.
Well, here's the deal. The money they've been paid. Have you been paid by your insurance so far?
Yes, I've been paid by my insurance for what I had there, the $21,250.
Do you collect more when you're done?
Excuse me?
Do you collect more when you're done?
I do not.
Okay.
They have paid out everything.
All right, here's the deal. So you were paying for some extra stuff, is that right?
That's correct.
All right.
Yep.
So did they offer any explanation of this counting of damages? Like, did they disagree that they ruined your gutters? And how old were your gutters?
Yeah, the gutters, I don't know how old they are, but I bought the house about 10 years ago, and they are certainly older than that, maybe 15 or 20. But they did say when they took the gutters off and they left them on my property, Al acknowledged that he damaged them because they sat there for a year and a half for 2 winters. That's how bad they were about.
Yeah, but gutters shouldn't. I mean, listen. Are you willing to settle for anything less than this, the $13,000?
Yeah, I'd be willing to settle if they want to try and put the gutters back up, or I talked to them.
So the job is job is incomplete. Is that right?
Yep.
And so did you figure? So you figured what you want back, and you can finish it for that. Is what you're thinking?
No, I don't. Well, I really don't want them to do the paint job.
I'm not
because
asking that. I'm saying that in your mind, when you get this refund, you can finish it yourself with other people.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Listen.
Why did you pay them $30,000 up front? $31,000.
No, they were advance payments, not totally up front, but some of them were done. One was done in September of 21. Another
why
one was
did you
done a
pay
year.
them that much?
Then a year later, she paid another, and then a year. I mean, why did you? I guess. Okay, that's a fair question. Were they proceeding as? Were they doing a good job?
Well, he just kept insisting that for him to move forward, he would need that money.
No, I guess what I'm saying is you're saying he only did $21,000 worth of work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your claim was $30,244 through State Farm, correct?
Yep.
So
Right.
why
And
did
he
you
said-
give him $31,000? That's what I can't figure out. Was he
Oh,
supposed
sure.
to do everything at first?
Yes, he was going to do the painting.
Yeah.
And he said before the gutters go back up, he's got to paint. And he also was going to do the greenhouse, which he had for $13,000. But then State Farm kept saying he's over padding money, and you have to find someone else. And then I was running on a clock for State Farm to.
I got you. So he kept the biggest part here is he kept the greenhouse money.
He kept the greenhouse money, and he kept the half for the painting and the deck.
Got it.
Yep.
All right.
And that's why
Listen,
I have that overage.
We can have someone work on this, and try to get a response from them.
Well, if everything she's saying is correct, it's basically outright theft, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's right.
How I saw it.
I mean, she had someone else come out and do the greenhouse. He kept close to $10,000 for that, and he never did it. I don't even know how he justifies that. Has he given you any justification?
He just keeps telling me he's got to look at the numbers. He's unclear with the numbers. I mean, he was asking me for more money, and I said...
Where are they located in Colorado Springs?
Yes, they're located in Meade, Colorado.
We got to take a break.
It's right there. I gave
All right,
you the
hold on.
address in Meade,
Hold on.
Colorado.
You know
And
what?
the phone
Here's
number.
what we need to do.
Let's try to get him on right now. Let's see if he's got his side of the story.
Let's do that. If we can't get him on right now, we'll assign this to somebody. But hold on. 303-713-8255.
Slow drains lead to messy backups. Get help from Plumline Services. Just $93 or free. It's a plumb crazy deal. If they can't clear your drains for just $93, the call is free. But you also get a complete diagnostic report. Or just call for a free second opinion.
All right, 10 seconds, Tom. You're coming up next.
People with faith and ethics, putting honesty first. Service at home, servants at heart. PlumlineServices.com. That's PlumlineServices.com.
Made in the Shade will get your window coverings done no matter what kind they are. Any and all window coverings done by Made in the Shade for any budget. All you have to do is have them come out and estimate and measure everything, and that's free. Then you discuss it with them and their design consultant to see if you want to order what they recommend, and then when you do, they'll install it with their in-house crew and guarantee installation, and then the manufacturer guarantees the wonderful products from all major brands. 720-458-6566. 720-458-6566. Made in the Shade. Look for them at referralist.com.
Hi, I'm sorry. I did not mean to hang up on you. Oh, I'm having a bad day. All right, hang on for me. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Oh, is this Mal? Okay, perfect. All right. Sometimes that happens. Our phones are not the best. Hang on for me, and they'll be with you as soon as they can, okay? Hold on.
Hey, this is weird, huh? I ordered scripts by mail. You know, they're express scripts, and they're going to be delivered on 4/20. Is 4/20 still the magic day?
That's our daughter's birthday.
Oh, that's nice. Did he already do? Wait, is it top of the hour? No. Did he already do his spot?
Yep.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
So I tried to call Al Madrid. His mailbox is full. So I can't leave a voicemail. I could try to text him. Or I can just send you and Mark the phone number. Or put it up on the call screen.
Okay, put it up.
Try texting him.
Okay.
Tell him what station he can hear us on.
Okay.
It'd be 1055 FM. Nope, not right now. They're off.
Well, I'm just going to put his number up here, too, just for you guys' knowledge.
Man. Oh, God, I'm so tired of this bullshit.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up.
15 seconds, guys.
DraftKings Sportsbook.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Dan McKenzie does estate law, wills, trusts, avoiding probate, or if you're facing probate, whatever has to do with estate law, he's the one to handle it. Dan McKenzie, and it's McKenzie Law. 833-CO Plans. We trust him here as our expert on the show. You can trust him too. 833-CO Plans, or online at coplans.com. Excuse me, coplans.co, that is. It's all for Colorado. coplans.co. So let's talk to, well, Mark, did you give, wait, we tried calling Madrid, Al Madrid Group. Christine, bad news. Voicemail is full. This guy sounds like a loser to me. Kachina, you could not even leave a message?
I could not. His voicemail box is full.
Oh, man.
I'm texting him right now, though.
Is there another number?
There's one for his brother that does the books. so I can put that one up as well.
Did you try calling that one?
Not yet.
And this one here, you said, is his wife's number?
No, this is his number, Al's number.
Okay. Madrid's number is 303-746-6722. We may need to mark this as Sleaze Brigade, by the way. This is looking bad. This is looking like a Sleaze Brigade here. Yep. That's what it's looking like. Like we have to warn others about this guy. I'm really sorry about this, Christine. We'll work on it. We got to give it to somebody to work on. So let's hand it off to a deputy who will keep calling and try to get a response from Madrid. But meanwhile, folks, if you know anything about the Madrid group, avoid them like the plague. Taking money, not doing the work. They did some work. I want to ask you, the work they did do, Christine, was it schlock?
I thought the roof that they did was pretty good.
Okay.
It was fully inspected by Teller County. It's just there's no follow-up. And then they go MIA. I know he changed his phone number once since I've been working with him in the last 2 years. Noel, I wrote back just saying, can you please give me a courtesy call, courtesy text, courtesy email that that we, and I arranged a few meetings. They never showed to the meetings either. But I was hoping through you we could get in touch with them because I think the phone numbers are still working. And I have the address. I mean, I'm almost inclined to go right down there and, talk to him in person.
Well, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, he's not dangerous or anything, right?
Well, he did do something peculiar in accessing my house without permission and dumped all his horse trailer things and stuff on the outside of my house and the inside of my house, which I can get into at another time. But I'm not sure I have pictures.
I'm glad people are listening. That you got to avoid this guy, Madrid,
Yeah.
and we got to let people know in Colorado Springs tomorrow. They're tuned out now. I mean, they're tuned out from the station. They might be listening to KHOW. Christine, thank you. We're going to put this. We're going to give this to somebody who's going to try to contact him. Kelly, just let me know who we're going to use for this. Meanwhile, Sean, tell me about this stock. What is going on? MMTLP. That is the symbol for Meta Materials, whatever that is.
Correct. So Metamaterials is actually a technology company that a company called Torchlight, TRCH,
right,
used to spin up to the NASDAQ. When they did this merger, Metamaterials did not want to be an oil company.
Now, is
TRCH
Metamaterials, so that's nothing to do with Meta like Facebook Meta, right?
Correct. Completely separate. Metamaterials actually is a really cool company if you look into it. They're an innovative company that deals with nanotechnology.
It's a high-tech company then, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so Torchlight, the company that they did a merger with to spin up to the NASDAQ, actually has the rights and the property rights to one of the largest onshore oil finds in U.S. history. It's actually the largest in the last 30 years.
So Torchlight and Meta, you said the only reason Metamaterials combined with Torchlight was to get the listing, right, on the stock exchange?
Correct. So when they did so, Torchlight was a highly shorted stock from 2017 to 2019.
Got it.
And then coming into it, they were running out of money, so they were trying to figure out a way to, stay listed. So they reached out and they did with Metamaterials. However, Metamaterials didn't want to be an oil company. So what they did was they told Torchlight, hey, you guys either have to, sell these assets or spin them off. So what they did in which they made a preferred dividend, so a Series A untradeable.
All right, so what about it?
So that turned into an untradeable stock, which it should have been. It was supposed to, according to the filing, it was meant to be a placeholder for the sale, the development, or thereon from that oil property, right?
Okay.
And it's that non-tradable. It's that non-tradable for about 3 to 4 months. And one day, randomly, there was a price assigned to that a Series A share, and it started to cause an uproar.
So how's this affecting you, Sean?
It's affecting me and 65,000 other shareholders because unfortunately, where I was trying to get to the point, and I know we're on the air, so I apologize, but it traded for over about a year, and then as it came up to the time that Torchlight was going to spin this off, or Metamaterials was going to let this go into a private company, the people who were short have realized that they were very unbalanced and very short this. It's speculated, and we've kind of come to proof with the community that we have here that there's over 1 billion synthetic shares shorted. So when this was supposed to go into a private company, which you can't hold a short position in, there was a spinoff. The S1 said that...
Now tell me how this happened, though. When you said the stocks were missing, what do you mean?
So the Metamaterial, or the MMAT preferred share,
right,
was supposed to be a placeholder. From the research that the community has done, a market maker and a member that has ties to FINRA,
yes,
fraudulently got this Series A share trading on the market.
Okay, so who of you guys, are you guys as a group, the community, are you doing anything about it?
Oh, absolutely. We've used Twitter to our advantage. Our community holds 24-hour space calls. We've come together as a whole we have several websites, one that is used to connect everybody to their local representatives. 3 of our members of our community actually have open lawsuits, but we're...
Why don't you get together? Why don't you get together on a suit like a class action or something?
Because unfortunately, a class action would be against our best issues right now. FINRA put out a U3 halt in December, and they removed this stock from trading. They said it was an extraordinary event.
Yeah.
And members who were originally planning to close their position because the filing led to a position close only event for the last.
Okay, so you're saying that filing a suit against the fraud would hurt you?
As a class action, yes, because there's thousands.
We got to take a break relatively.
Are you looking? Okay, are you looking for advice? Because I have a great attorney who goes after fraudulent advisors and investors and stock placers and all of that. Are you looking for a
so we're looking for advice. We're looking for just awareness on the situation.
All right, hold on. Well, I'm going to try to get someone on for you. Hang on. 303-713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver.
Kachina, can you try to get someone on?
Now.
She stepped away, but I'll tell her.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing.
Clear driving throughout the Denver Metro for the noon hour. I-25 north and southbound, no major complaints into and out of downtown. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from DIA.
Do you have any idea as to who you might want?
Normal slowdown through road construction
his name is Aaron
between
Israel,
I-70 and Vasquez, heading south to the Aurora and DTC area. I-225 north and southbound, no major complaints. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies out there with a high of 82 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 48. The sun returns tomorrow with a high of 83 degrees, with some clouds rolling in on Thursday with a high of 76. The current temperature is 81 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Summit Racing has parts and accessories.
Beautiful. She's looking right now. And you got 10 seconds.
Exhaust, tires, lighting, and more. From custom grills to tonneau covers, Summit Racing has you covered. SummitRacing.com. Everything you need for anything you drive.
Hey, Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains are coming to my home to shoot a TV commercial today. I love recommending the Extreme Clean from Fix It 24/7. For just $39 if you're a new customer, because they want to show you there are no gimmicks here. It's all preventive maintenance because dirt is the #1 killer of furnaces and ACs, and now's the time to turn your attention to the AC, and you won't believe what they do for the $39. It's unheard of, and you get a no breakdown guarantee, or the cleaning is free. That's Fix It 24/7, 720-526-3939. Get it done. Make sure your air conditioning is clean, and do the preventive maintenance to keep it running for a long time. That's Fix It 24/7, 720-526-3939, or fixmyhome.com. Hey, do you know that there are times there are people facing entire repipe situations in their home? Have you heard about that? Well, if you want the best value anywhere in repiping with wonderful PEX piping, get rid of the galvanizer polybutylene. You get free estimates, forever PEX piping, freeze resistant. Very large homes can take maybe 2 or 3 days. They do all the drywall repairs and everything. And you know who it is? EuroPlumbingColorado.net. Yes, if you want replumbing done the right way for a great value, call EuroPlumbingColorado.net at 303-668-6844.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Aaron is in mediation all day.
Shit. Okay, I'm going to have to put him off. We'll put him on tomorrow. Let me just tell him that, though.
I can get his number. Hold on. Hey, Sean. Sean, what's your phone number? The best number to reach you? 845. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, we're trying to get an expert on, but he's in mediation all day, so we might have to rebook for tomorrow. So Tom's going to come probably back to you right after this break, so just hang on for me. Yes. Mm-hmm. 3 sources? Resources, okay. Okay. All right, perfect. I have that jotted down. Go ahead and hang on for me, okay?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
So we took the Elantra in at 7,500 miles.
Hey, we got about 15 seconds, guys.
When is the next service due? It says here. I mean, when are they due? How often?
I think on that vehicle every 7,500.
Okay.
Station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let's talk about your life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Don't forget that Renew Home Innovations does beautiful, beautiful big showers, and they do them with or without doors. They can make them so you turn in and don't need a door. They make them so beautiful, no maintenance, and wall systems that look exactly like stone, American Standard fixtures. And that was my sound effect by mistake. Renew Home Innovations will get it done in 2 or 3 days. And listen to this. You have 72 months to pay. No interest. It's unbelievable. No interest. 72 months. Half off labor right now. And special discounts for seniors and for veterans. 303-904-2000. Get that shower done now. It's a great time to do that spring spruce up. RenewHomeInnovations.com. So, Sean, what I'm going to do is we're going to get you back on with our investment attorney, who's not available right now, but it's worth the wait. He can give you some very clear direction. He has been very successful in helping people. In a nutshell, do you feel that you and 59,999 others are going to be ripped off?
Oh, they already have. So, in a gist.
How much do you estimate you've lost?
Total, there's millions. I know.
No, you personally.
Me personally, a few thousand. But I know of others. You know, there's unfortunately been members of our community that have taken their own lives.
A few thousand. Okay. Okay. We'll give you advice. Have you gone to the SEC?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, the SEC and FINRA are both working against us in a recent FOIA request.
Well, I don't understand what you mean by that. They're pretty damn strict.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, we were under the belief, too, but the recent FOIA request that was granted to one of our members lets us know, and it's pretty damning, that says that they knew about this situation well before all this came about, and they really didn't do anything about it. They won't release the blue sheets to either company. They won't say, you know, what actually happened, even though they've said that there was no problem. Essentially, you know, when you go to an airport and they overbook a flight, if you're the person sitting being last, and they have to compensate you, right? By law, they have to pay you out. There's only 165 million seats in this private company, and there are a lot more tickets to that airplane that were sold. And they don't want to pay it out. They don't want to pay those investors out. And they're pretty much said the flight.
How did they oversell a stock, though? I don't understand how that can happen.
So again, the stock wasn't supposed to be traded to begin with, and through various tactics, things that were supposed to be handled in 2008 and that are on forth, they have found ways to rehypothecate shares. They found ways to change the way they mark certain.
Well, what's to keep this? Let me ask you the bigger question. What's to keep this from happening to others with other stock?
It is happening. It's actively happening across I'm working on a program called Retail United, so I don't want to take up airtime on it, but it's to try to bring awareness of this happening throughout. Think about the AMC and GameStop saga that happened. It didn't stop after that. They found other ways to manipulate and do things nefariously. And unfortunately, this time they had like a last-ditch effort to get out of it, and they thought they were going to be able to. And when push came to shove, they called their friends at FINRA and they said, "Hey, we're underwater here," and they halted it. And they zeroed out, thousands of investors that were planning on either going into this private company or selling on a position close.
They ended up having no shares at all.
They have shares in their account. They're sitting with a zero value. Some have a tax implication on it. Others don't. But they're sitting as a placeholder in their accounts as a QSIP number and not an actual.
Let me ask you something. Has Reddit picked up on it?
Oh yeah. So like I said, we hold 24-hour space calls on Twitter. We have a DD team. We have a news team. We've really developed into.
All right, send me. I want you to send us some links by email that I can read up on this. And tomorrow, Aaron Israels will be on at 11 in the morning, and we'll call you. So, Kelly, take him over and just listen to Kelly, and we'll get you back on to discuss this. I'm more interested in how it can affect others as well. Even though this has happened to you with this stock, you're saying there are no safety mechanisms to prevent it from happening again. Now, that really concerns me tremendously. Mao, you bought a car and it was delivered damaged. First, I just need to ask you, and I got to take a break. Was this a new or used car, Mao? Was this a new or used car?
He's up. He's just not talking.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back and talk to him if he's still there. 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by JSX Airlines.
Another easy drive throughout the Denver Metro as we get closer to the 1 o'clock hour. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from DIA with no problems. North of there to Commerce City, I-270 westbound. Slowdowns approaching Vasquez, nothing out of the ordinary there. Further northwest to the Boulder area, Highway 36 east and westbound showing intended speeds as well. Wax 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies out there with highs in the low 80s. Overnight low of 48 degrees. Tomorrow, high of 83. Thursday, we will see some clouds rolling in for rain and snow on Friday. The current temperature in Denver is 82 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Enjoy private jet perks at Airline Price.
10 seconds, buddy. You're coming up next.
Changing the way you fly from Denver Boulder. Check in 20 minutes before your flight and save time flying between private terminals on 30-seat jets. Leave the crowds, lines, and stress behind. Visit JSX.com and book your flight today.
888heating.com, 303-770-2776. Right now, get savings on replacements of heating and air, and they throw in, for 1 penny, a complete air system for air quality in your home. That's 303-770-2776. Let's talk about an investment that protects you. One that protects you in writing. If it sounds impossible, you've not heard about this, you really need to call Joe Chiano and his team at becomethebanker.org. You can find out more information there, becomethebanker.org. And I'm going to tell you why. These are annuities that have been set up that do not use the stock market, and they have guarantees in writing to ratchet up, you never lose a gain, you never lose principal, and to provide income for life. 303-779-6600. 303-779-6600. If you need auto repair, no one better than Uncle Kevin at Sheridan Auto Tech. I call him Uncle because he treats his people like family. His customers have been coming to him in the thousands and are satisfied for 20 years or more. And here's the deal. They do complete auto maintenance, heavy and light, and repairs and emergencies. And also, they can do electrical repairs. That's SheridanAutotech.com. He'll be here Friday for Car Day. You can ask your questions or give him a call. 303-455-7242. 455-7242.
You want me to carry you?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, man.
Did you understand that stock situation?
Well, it sounds like they halted trading on it.
Yeah, but it was pretty serious. They sold more than they had.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I don't know how the hell that can happen. That's what's crazy. Are you leaving for Vegas Thursday?
Yeah, you won't see us. Well, you'll see us Thursday.
Okay, because I have to leave a little early Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll be in Friday. You'll be back Monday?
We'll be back in Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Who's in? Do I have to come in Monday? Let's see. Who do we have? Oh, no, I'll have Joel here. Yeah, I see it on the calendar. Okay, good.
Thanks. calling the Troubleshooter Show. Please hold a moment for us.
Shoot. It looks like I should come in. But Thursday, my
Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show.
station.
Please hold a moment.
Hi, it's Glenn Beck. Have you been thinking about selling your home? If you want the most money, call the agent that I would call, Troy Hansford. Troy sells more houses for more money than anyone in Denver. And his secret is a unique marketing system that's proven to get his clients the most money. Troy is so confident in his system that he will make you this guarantee. He'll sell your house at your price, or he'll write you a check for $5,000. And here's how it works. You just meet with Troy, you agree on a price and a timeline, and if he can't get you that price, he'll pay you $5,000 guaranteed. Troy Hansford, he spends tens of thousands on marketing to generate demand for your home. Troy has hundreds of approved home buyers looking for houses, and they might be a buyer for your home right now. So give Troy a call at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy will buy your house for all cash, and he can close in 7 days. So call Troy Hansford. Get more money at 720-900-4433.
Holy shit. Leave for 2 minutes and...
I know. People love you.
Killing me. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Is this Sean? Yeah, I'm going to call you at 1 o'clock your time tomorrow, at 11, our time. Yep, we're all good. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you?
TV today.
Aw, hi, Bennett. How are you?
Today I have that.
Ugh, it's so hard. So my husband actually worked for Dish for 25 years, and so he still has a whole bunch of people that he knows over there and stuff, and they got horribly hacked.
15 seconds there, guys.
Just speaking the truth about women's sports, Riley Gaines joins us again. Plus the story of another female athlete that says she's for women's rights, but isn't really. That and Dr. Maria Ryan on The Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so now you bought a car and it was delivered damaged. Mal, was this a new or used car?
It's a used car.
Where did you buy it from?
It's called Coparts, Coparts. My husband bought it.
Okay, and where is it located?
It's in Littleton. I can give you the address, but it's in Littleton.
No, that's okay. Now, Coparts in Littleton. What I need to know is, what do you mean by it was delivered damaged? What kind of a car is it?
It's an Audi I think it's an Audi A5 or A3. I can't remember.
Okay.
My husband knows more about these cars, but he had it delivered. I don't know why we didn't go pick it up, but he had it delivered. They delivered it, and when it came off of the delivery truck, it was damaged. The front end was smashed in, and the hood was not closing, so it was kind of like, tilted up. And then...
Well, hold on. Did he refuse
things
delivery?
that were really wrong with it.
Did he refuse delivery?
He did not. I think he asked for them to deliver it, and when it arrived, he saw the damage and talked to the driver, and the driver was like, take it up with Coparts. That's what he told him. And so he immediately called Coparts while the driver was still there, and they said they would talk to him. So he went down, I think the next day or 2 days later, he went down to meet the people at the Coparts, and they promised him there'll be two options. One, you can we can help you fix it, or two, you can return it for a refund. That's what they told him.
And how long ago was this?
This was 2 weeks ago, and then he went to see them last week, and they said that actually he didn't. He went to see them again, and they said they would get a hold of him later, and they sent him an email saying, "We're sorry, you signed a service agreement or an agreement saying that once it leaves Copart's property, you accept it as is."
All right, hold on a second. Oh man, this is weird. This is a weird one. Hold on.
This is Dan Kaplis. I'm sure.
Oh man. This one's a hard one because he's got a, oh shoot. I don't know what he's going to do on this. Did she say it was Coparts?
Yeah, I think so.
Coparts.
The problem with that is, if it's coparts.com, let me see.
Copart. I just, it's not coming up. Coparts, there's no such thing as Coparts. I think we're
Here's Copart Denville Central. Let me see.
What is it called?
I don't know. This is a dealership. So
oh wait, Copart Denver South. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but that's like I don't know what the hell it is.
Well,
it's
this
an
is
auction.
It doesn't even come up. If you hit it, it doesn't even come up. They don't have their own website. They literally do not have their own website. This is bad. They don't even have a website, Mark.
That's weird.
If you look at Coparts, you will never find anything with a website. It's an auction place. They do not have a website. Now, the one I'm going to is Echo Park Automotive. That's what it goes to. It's weird. Jesus, I have no idea what's going on.
All right, we got 15 seconds, guys.
Yep.
That's grand. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW. And you could win $5,000 now by listening to 630 KHOW on the free iHeartRadio app.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, waterpros.net. We'll get you all the drinking water you want. Get out the dangerous chemicals under your sink, triple filter reverse osmosis for the kitchen sink. And it doesn't even require power, under $1,000 fully installed. Water Pros, that's paulthewaterman.com if you'd rather, and that's 303-862-5554. Now, we're talking about this weird situation where a car is delivered and it's delivered damaged. Now they say, look, you bought it as is. I want to know, how do you prove that it wasn't there when you bought it? I don't even know. I mean, I have no idea how this happened, where it was damaged, or what you do about it. This is a difficult one, Mark. I mean, they ordered a car in Littleton, and they had it delivered, and I don't know what paperwork he signed, Mal. Did you check the paperwork? Did he really sign something saying he takes full responsibility? Because technically, they could say when that when that transporter picked up that car, it was his, and it must be his insurance has to handle it. I'm not sure. I need to ask something, Mal. Who hired the car transporter?
He paid for it, but they offered to deliver it.
Now.
And I think it's through them, and he does have an agreement.
Now listen, if he hired that car transporter, when I had a car transported, I want to make this very clear. That car was mine when it was loaded on the transport. The dealer made clear that their responsibility ended when they delivered that car on the transport. In other words, the transporter has to have insurance and you have to have insurance.
Correct.
So I want to know how this deal worked. If they considered it delivered when it was put on the transport, the question is this: was it damaged after it was put on the transport or before?
Yeah, he has pictures, and I asked him, I said, did you go down and look at the car? He said, yes. And I said, you have pictures of the car. It was not damaged. And vividly you can see
I understand. I'm asking who damaged it. Was it damaged on the lot or was it damaged on the transport?
Right. We don't know.
I know.
It was delivered damaged.
Now, Mal, does the transport company take any responsibility?
No, they referred us back to Copart.
And how much damage is there?
The front end is smashed in.
What do you mean smashed? Like they drove into something? No, we have two comments. Dean first, and then Ray. Dean, what do you have to say on this? Dean?
Yes, sir. I'm listening to the show now.
Yes.
And Copart, that is a auction house for all insurance companies who are selling their totaled cars. You will not buy anything from Copart that isn't totaled.
It was like a Clody's, in other words. Remember, is Clody's still around?
I have no idea. I buy cars from Copart for parts.
So Coparts handles only insurance wrecks.
That's correct.
Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it. Ray, were you going to say that too? Ray, your turn.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing that he did. It's only YouTubers are buying cars off of Copart's sight unseen. You will, because they'll take them, they'll fix them, or they'll use them, like he said, for parts only. You don't buy cars off of Copart's for a vehicle to drive.
And I'm also getting texts saying that they make it very clear online that everything they sell are insurance salvaged cars. I mean, let me ask you something, Mao. Is there a clean title on this car?
I don't know. My husband had the title delivered. They mailed him the title.
Does it have a salvage title?
I don't know. I did not see the title.
Hey,
He
Mao.
bought the car.
Mao,
and
do
then-
you realize that your husband was dealing with a place that sells insurance wrecks?
No, I did not know about it till the car was delivered, and then he told me it was damaged. That's where we started from.
No,
That's
no.
what I
I'm asking, Mao. I'm asking a question, not that. I'm asking this. Did your husband realize that that's all they sell are wrecked cars?
I don't know.
Does your husband,
I don't know.
now
I did
listen,
not
I
know
don't
that
mean
till
this.
right now.
Is your husband sophisticated in business and in cars? Has he purchased cars before?
Yes, he always purchased used cars. He will not buy a brand new car.
Okay, and he knows about cars. How did he find this car? Was there an ad?
Yes. I don't know. I asked him, and he didn't tell me. He just said, "This is where you find cars." That's what he told me. And so I was trying to see if I can get some help. But if that's the case, I will go back to him. I don't know.
Now, find out and call us back. I'm not going to, no. It's possible. I don't know. But everyone is telling me that, in fact, they don't even have a website for consumers. It is literally business to business.
Oh, okay.
Ask your husband how he found out about this place. It is not a car dealer.
Okay.
All they do are auctions and sales of wrecks. So find out and call us back, because it's sounding like this is not a place to buy a used car. If you want to drive it, it's got to be fixed. Now, I don't think that the texts I got, the emails I got, everyone can't be wrong. They're all saying you don't buy cars there. You buy wrecks there and fix them up. Your husband said he went and saw the car?
Yes, he has pictures of the car, and he said he saw the car.
Do you have pictures you
That's
can
why I
send
was
us of
shocked
this
that it was
car?
damaged.
You have pictures that
Yes,
you...
I do.
And there's no wreck
Yes.
on the car?
No, there's no wreck.
What year is the car?
But it was delivered wrecked. 2017.
Wow. Do you have the number over there?
I do. Let me get.
You know what? I would like to call them. Honest to goodness, I would like to call them. Kachina, you might want to call them and ask them, do they sell regular cars? I mean, this doesn't have to be confrontational. I am very confused right now. Hold on a second, and we'll get that information off of you. Hold on. 303-713-8255. Shelby, you have a problem with a collection. What's going on, Shelby?
1 second, Tom. Sorry.
Sure.
I had to take you off the phone. I'm at work.
What's going on?
I had COVID in February of 2020.
Yes.
I went to the hospital in Boulder. They did a bunch of tests, and I ended up being sent home. They apparently billed me to my wrong address in the tune of about $6,000.
Wait, who billed you, Shelby?
Boulder Community Health.
Okay. Do you have insurance?
At the time, I had private health care, and I had Medicaid from out of state, but I don't know why the hospital never billed them. And now the hospital says they can't talk to me. I have to talk to the collections agency. The collections agency only wants money. They don't want to hear anything.
Of course not. They're billing you. They're billing you $6,000.
Yeah, altogether it's about $7,000, and they want 8% interest from now until the.
Hold on a second. Hold on. When you went to that clinic, did you give them an insurance card? You said you had out-of-state Medicaid?
I did, yes, sir, from New Mexico, and I also had a Friday health plan that included me, my daughter, and my son.
What's that kind of plan? What is that?
Well, it's private health insurance.
Well, how could you have both? That's what I don't understand. How can you both have Medicaid and private health insurance?
I moved from New Mexico to Colorado. I was still covered, even though, I mean, they don't cut it off right away. They give me a cutoff date. I was still covered under from living in New Mexico. I came to Denver.
Well, can't you bill after the fact? Hold on a second. You were working, though. You wouldn't have been eligible for Medicaid. Were you working in Boulder?
I was, yes. I've spoken to you before. I was the guy that...
I don't think Medicaid follows you from one state
No,
to
it
another.
doesn't.
You got to apply.
But also, it doesn't. You're not eligible if you're working. When you called, what did you call me about before, Shelby?
The lady brought me to Boulder to work for her from out of state, and she owed me about $60,000, but I didn't have an agreement in writing.
Wait a minute. She brought you. Why does she owe you $60,000?
We had a contract for work. I had a work contract with her.
But did you do the $60,000 in work, or was that just if you stayed?
We had an agreement that I would be employed for a fixed amount of time at a certain amount of money.
Doing what?
She decided property maintenance and property management.
And then and how long did you have to work for $60,000? A year?
6 months.
You were going to make $10,000 a month.
Yes, sir. I made $10,000 a month prior to...
Okay, hold on, Shelby.
Prior to her leaving. Yes, sir.
How could you make $10,000 a month and be on Medicaid? Something's not adding up here, bro.
I was on Medicaid in New Mexico where I wasn't able to work, and I have children.
Okay, now.
I had Medicaid because of my children, not because of anything I did.
And when you were not working in New Mexico?
No.
And then you moved here to go to work, and the woman and you had a contract. How long did you work for her?
From September until February of 2020.
Did you get paid while you were working for her? Did you get paid anything for working for her?
Oh, yeah. I got $10,000 a month. I got $2,500 a week direct deposited into my account from her finance or her wealth management company. And I worked until February when COVID came to town and she wanted to go to Dallas. I couldn't go to Dallas. My daughter...
Okay, I get it. So, Shelby, so she did pay you while you were working?
Sure, yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So right now then, and she provided you also health insurance?
Yes, sir, through a concierge doctor.
Oh, well, that's not regular insurance. I mean, so that wouldn't cover you at Boulder Community.
She paid for my medicine. She just paid if I needed to see the doctor, she would pay for it.
Did she say she was going to pay for Boulder Community Health?
Well, no. I didn't really have any communication with her after. I mean, I got sick. I couldn't see her no more because she was scared to death of COVID.
Shelby, I have a very simple question. When you went to the clinic, did you have independent health insurance? You said some kind of plan. What was the name of it?
Friday Health Plan.
And were you paying for Friday Health Plan?
Yes.
We got to take a break.
How much were you paying for it?
$1,100 a month.
Okay, so you were paying Friday Health Plan at the time you went to Community Health?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. We need to get Integra Insurance on if we can. 303-713-8255. We got to take a break, and we're going to talk about this coming right back.
Do bank closures, inflation rate hikes, and the roller coaster of the market frighten you as much as it does me? You need to call Oxford Gold. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is a portfolio protection plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3.
All right, 10 seconds, Tom. You're next.
That's it. You now own real precious metals. Call Oxford Gold today and learn more about the 1, 2, 3 protection plan at 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
I love talking about deals. That's why I love talking about the Art of Granite. They're so proud of their deals, they'll give you a price on the phone. Whether you're getting granite countertops or any countertops, any natural stone, any engineered stone, any man-made material, you can get a price right now from theartofgranite.com right now. They're located in Golden, but you don't have to go there. You can go to theartofgranite.com first. Then all materials sold to you at wholesale. What they do is charge for the fabrication and installation. They even tear out and haul away free and do the bathroom vanity free when you do the kitchen. Theartofgranite.com, 303-386-5919. And Made in the Shade, love talking about them. You know, any home without window coverings, not only do you not have privacy, but it looks like crap. Made in the Shade can really make your place feel like home. If you're moving into a new place or you want to spruce up, Made in the Shade, look for them at referralist.com. All price categories, and they have all window coverings from all the famous manufacturers. They measure and estimate free. They install with their in-house team. They have a design helper to help you get the right stuff, and it's really a deal. All one-stop shopping. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566, Made in the Shade. I hope you're never injured. And if you are, you're going to hear so many commercials and wonder, should I go there? Should I go there? Hey, listen, you want to notice a difference? Why don't you call John Fuller if you're making calls, and you will immediately notice the difference because you're going to talk to the lead attorney. No other firm's going to offer that. You're going to talk to call centers or assistants. With John Fuller, he'll evaluate your case with you. They'll go over the case with you. He will then tell you what he thinks it's worth or what he can collect or what he thinks he can. He is going to give you honest-to-God legal advice. And if you decide it's a good fit and hire him, he works on a percentage fee basis. MyAccidentLawyer.co, 303-597-4500. That's Fuller Law. He's on our referral list at referralist.com as well. MyAccidentLawyer.co. So can we get these guys from Integra? And if they can't do it today, we'll get them on tomorrow.
I'm getting John Jr.
Thanks.
Hi, John. It's Kelly. Good. How are you? So we have a gentleman who went to Boulder Community Health, and he did not receive any bills in the mail, and now he's being sent straight to collections. Yeah. So that's what he claims. And yeah. So just get your name up here, John Jones Jr.
Hey, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If we had
hang on for me,
a Wi-Fi phone that could connect by USB, can we program it to take our calls from Wi-Fi or not?
And we lost
With that call program you have, or do we need these phones?
Say that again.
Do we need these phones? You have an online call screener or something that can take calls remotely if we had to?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm asking you is that contingent on using this particular phone, or is it all online?
Well, it's that phone company. You don't have to have that phone.
What I'm saying is, why couldn't my laptop be a phone?
It can be.
Then that's problem solved.
We can try it.
Because my phone, my laptop is connected by USB. And whether, We
Well,
should
don't you have that app on your iPhone?
The app, but will it run on my computer? Because the
Perfect. What?
Hey, Kelly, what was the name of that place again, Kelly?
10 seconds, guys. Boulder Clinic. Boulder County Clinic. Boulder something clinic.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Hey, Shelby, we're going to get somebody on who might be able to answer. Shelby's on the line. And John Jones Jr., I want to ask you something, John. Have you heard of Friday Health Plan?
Friday Health Plan, yes, sir. They're a health insurance carrier here on the individual and family market. Has been on the group market before as well, but no longer.
Shelby had COVID February of 2020.
Okay.
He went to Boulder Community Health. He showed him his insurance.
Okay.
But he's being billed $7,000 right now. Now, Shelby, if this was February of 2020, I just realized this. There may have been a deductible, right? Could that be John Jr.?
Sure.
How much would a deductible?
I mean, I don't know what plan. Shelby, do you know the plan benefit structure that you had?
Well, it was set up around my daughter's treatment for aplastic anemia. I just know the out of pocket every month was $1,100 and some change.
So that's your premium, right? That's your monthly cost for the plan, but you have a deductible.
And that was for him and 2 kids. So then what was your deductible? Do you know for the year, Shelby?
I'm not sure.
Do you know what type? Was it an HSA qualified plan?
I'm not sure. There's some gentleman, I bought it from some guy on the phone.
I don't think he knows what he had, John, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and that would be my first recommendation. Like, let's find out what that benefit structure of that plan was.
Why, are there some that don't have any deductibles, John?
Well, it depends. If you qualify for certain levels of subsidy, yes, you could have. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have a no deductible. It just means your responsibility. The deductible could be as low as $0, but that's based on income.
Shelby, at the time you bought this plan, what was your income?
$10,000 a month.
$10,000.
No. So he would have had the full deductible, full max out of pocket, whatever plan that was, right?
And you kept this plan up, Shelby, after you were unemployed?
I did for 2 months. I couldn't afford it after that.
When did you terminate it?
In April of 2020.
Okay, so you had it when you went to the clinic, and I'm guessing you had about a $6,600 deductible.
Well, is it possible it was completely out of network?
No, Boulder Community's in network with Friday Health Plans.
Okay.
Guess what? He would have still had to pay the deductible, Mark.
Correct.
Yeah, of course.
And didn't you say, Shelby? Didn't you say you were billed $6,600?
About $6,700, yes, sir.
You were billed exactly what you were supposed to be billed.
Yeah, I would ask, how long were you in the hospital?
I'm not questioning the amount I was billed. My problem is that I never got notification.
What difference? What difference does that make?
Well, if I don't know to pay the bill, they send it to collections without me knowing that I owed money.
But Shelby, what difference does that
I
make?
don't mind paying the money.
Listen, Shelby, you got to hold on to your money for 2 years. How did it hurt you? 3 years. How did it hurt you?
His credit.
That's not what he's not calling about his credit, Mark, right now. I don't, to be honest, Shelby, why are you calling? The fact that they did not bill you in February, it's you have 3 from February 2020, February 21, February 22, February 23. You've held your money for 3 years. So how is that harming you?
It's not harming me, but they have certain requirements that they're required to do by their policy.
That doesn't get you out of the bill, Shelby. You were not harmed by this. What, Shelby? If you had a bill, go ahead.
You explain to me how, by having 3 years of keeping your money, how it hurt you.
I don't mind giving them the $7,000, but I can't give it to them all at once.
Well, you shouldn't have
All at
to.
once now, and they're going to come take my car.
No, they're
because
not.
Trying to attach my possessions.
Shelby,
That's what
no, they're
telling
not.
Me, and that's what the lawsuit says.
Shelby, first of all, you never mentioned a lawsuit until now. So let me ask you something.
I told you I was being sued by a collections agency.
You said you were being... Okay, I didn't hear that you were in court in a case. Did you actually show up at court?
No, it's not until Thursday. I have to show up Thursday.
Okay. When you show up Thursday, try to work out a payment plan.
They don't want a payment plan.
It doesn't matter what they want if you're going to court. You talk to a judge. If you tell a judge that you're a single father with 3 kids and you're working your ass off and you'd like to set up a payment plan, there is a possibility you can get out of it. If not, they render a judgment. Even with a judgment, they can't come and get anything. What do you have by way of a car right now? How much equity is in your car?
$28,000.
Of equity?
Cash for a 2023. Yes.
Okay.
It's a brand new 2023 Kia Seltos.
And you don't owe any money on it?
I owe nothing on it.
Okay, Shelby, you're right to be worried. You're right. Because if they get a judgment and you have a free and clear car worth that much, they can come after it. However...
Exactly.
Hold on. What else do you have they can take?
Nothing. And the car was actually bought with money my sister gave me and my son as a gift.
Okay, Shelby, but it's still your car, right? It's in your name?
Oh, yes.
I suggest you get a loan on that car for $7,000 and pay these clowns off.
Oh, man, if y'all could direct me on how to do that, I'd love to do
No,
that.
you really should. If that car's worth what you say, you should never have a problem getting a loan. Do you have pretty good credit right now?
It's fair. It's not the best.
What's your FICO score?
It's over 600. That's all I know. 610, maybe 615.
Listen, I want to thank Integra Insurance, by the way, 303-466-5500. Mark, do you know anywhere he can get a car loan? Seriously.
One of these places you pledge the title. That's about it. High interest stuff.
Yeah, but just to get him over this hump, because if he loses that judgment, and he will, I thought he was going to be covered by insurance, but he's not. If he loses this judgment, they can take that car. Now they're not going to. They're not going to take it on the spot, but you're going to be, it's going to be a problem. You don't have any money in the bank?
No, I got about $2,000 left from what I paid for the car.
Yeah, you might want to draw that money out of the bank.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for that money, bro.
You might want to draw it out of the bank. And then what about, you need to get a loan on this.
$10,000 on a month.
What's that?
I'm just curious, what do you spend $10,000 a month on? If that's what you're making, how
No,
much
he's not making it now. He was making it, Dragon.
Oh, my mistake.
How long have you been, after you were unemployed and got over COVID, did you go back to work?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing now?
I work in the marijuana industry.
Okay, now, are you a W-2 employee?
Yes.
Okay, because they're going to garnish your wages too.
Yep.
You got to look for a title loan, man. Just Google title loan.
Do they do those in Colorado? I know in some
yeah,
states
they're just or a regular car loan market. People are offering car loans all the time to me. I mean, you get letters saying, "Hey, do you want to finance your car?" Listen, any place with a car loan, I'm sure there are people listening. Car loans, Denver. I mean, they're not hard to find. You can walk into a Wells Fargo and tell them you need to refinance your car. Tell them
here's one called Max Cash.
Yeah, but Mark, that might not be like. Why not just a regular car, like Wells Fargo or something?
I don't know. He sounds like he needs the money. Like what? Tomorrow?
Okay.
Well, the hearing is on Thursday at 3:00.
Yeah, you wait. Anyway, there's
There are places
We
that
gotta take a
offer.
break.
You got to go online and you have to just search for car
I'll
loans.
put in some legwork, Mr. Martino. I will. You gave me a goal and a name and idea. And
Go to a credit union or something. And are you making all right money right now?
Yes, sir. I make enough money to pay my bills, but if they garnish my wages,
No,
I won't
Shelby.
be able to pay
Shelby,
my
you
rent.
got to take a loan out on the car any way you can, and call us back if you're having trouble. 303-713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver.
Poor guy. He
Now,
works his ass
Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt.
Another beautiful drive throughout the Denver Metro for the 1 o'clock hour. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. Up on the northeast end, heading towards Commerce City, I-270 westbound, normal slowdowns approaching Vasquez. South of there, I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from DIA. And south of DIA, I-225 north and southbound, it's an easy drive through the Aurora area. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies out there. Highs in the low 80s. Overnight low of 48 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny again and a high of 83. Thursday, high of 76 with clouds rolling in. The current temperature in Denver is 82 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Taxes are due. Have you filed yet? Don't worry. Jackson Hewitt.
10 seconds, Tom.
Gotcha.
They guarantee your biggest refund, and they will get you filed or get you an extension before the deadline. Beat the clock and the crowds. Go to Jackson Hewitt today.
EuroPlumbingColorado.net, $11.99 or $12.99 for a 40-gallon tank, $13.99 for a 50-gallon tank. If you need a water heater, these are great deals. EuroPlumbingColorado.com, 303-668-6844. New supply lines for the water and a flex line for the gas, and they bring it up to code. If they tear out and haul away the old one too. If you need a water heater, they have great deals, and they guarantee the best prices on water heaters, bar none. 303-668-6844. What about Harris Family Law? If you need any information about family law, I urge you to go to harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars. Look at all the topics they have pre-recorded for you. Free access to valuable information on family law. They can also do, of course, your direct family law. If you have a problem, 303-515-5000, harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars. And if you're looking for a safe, secure investment, you need becomethebanker.org. Go there and look at some strategies that are guaranteed in writing. One is a guarantee of a return, and they both have a guarantee of returns. One is a guarantee of income for life. Another one has a guarantee of life insurance. One has a guarantee never to lose any of your gains or principal. Another one will keep your principal intact. All you have to do is go and get these guarantees in writing. Pick a plan right for you. BecomeTheBanker.org, 303-779-6600.
This is Dan.
Financial? Okay. Okay, what's your name? ANN? All right, suggestion for Shelby. Hang on for me, and they will be with you as soon as they can, okay? Hold on.
Poor guy, though, if he got COVID in February of 2020,
yeah,
he was one of 14 people to get it in the United States.
Of how many? Only how? Oh, there's only. Wait a minute. I never even thought of that. He said.
Yes.
I'm not trying to call the guy out on anything, but that is some bad luck. If he says, and if I recall correctly, he said he got it in February of 2020.
Very astute. Very astute of you. By the way,
he is one of 14 people in the United States to get COVID in February of 2020.
Very astute of you. Astute of you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Sure,
Thanks so much
sure.
for calling.
And that's straight from the CDC. So there you go.
Do you know that I just got a text saying that Secretary Yellen said he is not anticipating a downturn in the economy.
She never is.
She also said there was no inflation, remember?
Former Federal Reserve Chair and President of the San Francisco Reserve was a leading... Okay, what does she say? Remarks. She says, everything looks great. Biden's wonderful. Trump's the devil. Is Yellen smart?
From January 21st through February 23rd of
You know, here's what she says. Don't overdo negativism. She remained vigilant to downside risks, and the outlook is bright.
related to travel from China.
There you go.
That would kind of explain how much money he's making if he's traveling to and from China.
Well, it does if he's in the marijuana industry and paid in
No,
cash.
I don't think he was in the marijuana industry then. He was making $10,000 a month, right?
No idea.
$15 seconds, guys.
9441 advancedmudjacking@yahoo.com.
Let your savings work harder for you with Belco's premier money market account. Visit belco.org for details.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Ann has some advice for Shelby on that loan. Go ahead. What is that, Ann? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I also have a title on a vehicle, and I've got a loan on it. And they're located in Centennial, down in Aurora, and it's called One Main Financial. And he doesn't need to have real good credit, and it can be a 3-year loan or a 5-year. But it's a pretty easy situation.
Thank you, Ann. What's the name of that place again, Ann?
One Main Financial.
Thank
and
you.
It's located in Centennial.
Got it, man. Thank you very much, Ann. I appreciate that. 303-713-TALK, One Main Financial. Someone texted me that as well. I'm not sure if it was you, but yeah, we got that, so I appreciate it. Now, Bob, you have some kudos for Smith Plumbing in Colorado Springs?
I sure do, Tom.
What's happening?
They came out and repaired a really difficult shower drain, and also some faucets on the in my master bathroom. Spent all day doing it, and the company just did a fantastic job.
You know, they really have an eye to perfection. I'm serious. You know, Mike down there does a great job. He is just a perfectionist. And I'm glad to hear that, Bob. We get a lot of good reports about Smith, don't we, Mark? I mean, people love him.
Every day.
I mean, they get good. Thank you. Jennifer, hi. What is happening at your work now? What kind of work are you at? Is it an office or what?
It is a restaurant.
Oh, shoot. Are you kidding me? And they have black mold?
Yes.
Are you serious? Like, how bad is it?
Pretty bad. Honestly, I'm honestly kind of scared to know how bad. But they're not doing any sort of like investigation into how bad it really is.
Now, tell me how you discovered it. What do you do there?
So I'm a server. I'm just one of the servers there. It was about 2 weeks ago. We were just doing some regular cleaning, maintenance and whatnot, and kind of noticed that the drywall was crumbling in one of the corners. And, you know, obviously we knew that didn't look right, so we went and looked on the other side of the wall, which is where the dish pit area is.
Yeah.
And the whole wall underneath of there had a giant bubble in it. And so obviously we knew that that wasn't right. You know, I initially just kind of thought maybe there's something going on with just the plumbing.
Right.
I actually went out of town for all of last week, so majority of what happened happened last week while I was actually gone. But they went ahead and like took out the wall area, you know what I mean, to try, you know,
Right.
obviously need to replace it.
Right.
And that's when it was discovered that like the electrical outlet is like completely covered in mold, like the whole inside of that wall, from up to where they cut out the wall.
Like
where the
how
water damage
extensive do you think it is? Is it like, if you had to pick an area, does it go more than 10 feet, or is it 5 feet, 4? Do you have any idea?
I would have to say, I would honestly, I mean, I don't know because I didn't, you know, we would have to
Right.
bust down that wall or at least open it up, but I would say it's at least a whole wall. It has to be.
Now, I'm
I
going
mean,
to
it's a
ask you
whole-
something. I'm going to ask you something without trying to exaggerate. Do you feel, because a lot of times I'm saying these are spores that are there but not necessarily in the air, but have you noticed, or have people ever complained about upper respiratory stuff or sinuses or anything like that in the restaurant?
So, not as far as customers go, but it's definitely been a topic of conversation amongst the employees over the last 6 months.
Really?
You know, at first we were just like, man, allergies are crazy, and then it kind of started clicking with all of us. It's like, we actually don't really have a lot of these issues, but the second we walk in this building, we start sneezing, our noses start running, our eyes are drying out. And so, yes, we have definitely been.
So what are you calling about? Are they refusing to fix it or what?
Yes. So I mean, I'm not in direct contact. This is the owner, right? So the manager is in contact with the owner, and they had somebody come out, not a professional, right? Like black mold needs to be handled by a professional, and so the person they had come out kind of cleaned it up. They wouldn't let They wouldn't let him pull the dishwasher all the way out to see if there was any more or anything.
Oh wait, so it has been cleaned.
That's what's questionable to me. I don't think that it really has been. And if it has been, it's a small area, and no, I don't believe that it has been killed. Like it hasn't been treated properly.
You mean they just like cleaned it up so it looks better?
Yes, and now there's literally a plastic bag over it, and they're waiting to cover it with some other. They said they weren't going to. I don't know, some other form. They weren't going to use like just regular drywall.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how you figure this out. Where is this located in general? What city?
It's Centennial.
Oh, you're lucky. Because Tri-County Health Department. Did they dissolve? Is Tri-County? I hate to say this, but there was a lot of consolidation. But you guys get inspected by health departments as. And I just want to know if Tri-County Health Department is still around, or did they get?
No, it is, because we are actually due for inspection, and we are up for our inspection, and that is why I believe that he's not taking, or part of why he's not taking the time to address the problem completely, because he knows our inspection is coming up. So I think he's just trying to put the Band-Aid over it.
Well, wait a minute. If inspection is coming up, they're going to want to know. I mean, this is a food establishment. They have to address this mold.
Right. So, but if it's hidden by then, if the wall is, quote unquote, fixed and covered up, then.
Well, that's why. Hold on. That's why people have to take some pictures.
Oh, we got to take a break.
Did you get pictures of it? Somebody's got to drop a dime at the health department. I mean, those are the only ones with power to do something. Tri-County Health. And if you guys have any pics and you send them to us, we'll make sure the right people get them. So I don't know if anyone took any pics, or if you take them now. There's a reason I didn't ask for the name of the restaurant, and there's a reason I didn't ask for the exact address, because you guys can do it without people even knowing what you're doing, and then send it to us. Kelly, tell her how to get us that information. I have to take this break. Tell her how to get us any pics she has or stuff that we can get to Tri-County Health Department, and then you can give us information about the restaurant there. 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Biggie Bag.
A beautiful drive throughout the Denver Metro for this warm 1 o'clock hour. I-25 north and southbound showing intended speeds into and out of downtown. Up on the northeast end, of course, I-270 westbound regular slowdowns into Commerce City with slow speeds approaching Vasquez. Further east to the airport, I-70 east and westbound, no complaints to and from DIA. Just south of there, I-225 northbound, we are seeing some slight jamming between Colfax and I-70. No word of an accident. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies out there. Highs in the lower 80s this afternoon. Overnight low of 48 degrees. Tomorrow, high of 83, mostly sunny again. Cooling down on Thursday with a high of 76. The current temperature is 82 degrees with your impact traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
When you think Wendy's Big...
All right, Tom, you're coming up next. 10 seconds.
Choice of JBC, double stack or crispy chicken sandwich, plus 4-piece nugs, junior fries, and a small soft drink. Biggie hits every time. So grab a Biggie bag today. U.S. price and participation may vary. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Joe Lazara is a criminal defense attorney, and, you know, DUIs are most of his business for most people. Let's face it, that's something that people never anticipate. And it's so easy to prevent. You can even get your own breathalyzer, for goodness sakes, or just don't drink and drive. Get a designated driver. Use Uber, Lyft, or taxis, or whatever. But if you are in trouble, you do need an attorney. Even if you want to plead guilty, you cannot let it go on its own. You can't just go and plead mercy because you have a motor vehicle hearing, you have a criminal offense, you have both of these things. Joseph A. Lazara can handle them. Lazzara. LazaraLegal.com. He's also on referralist.com. Flat rate pricing, free initial consultations always. 303-429-6200. Don't take this lightly. Put the name down before you need it. Don't ever shop when you're under pressure, and I hope you don't need it. 303-429-6200. If you're looking for countertops and cabinets, by the way, the Art of Granite also does cabinets. Now, they do modest markups on cabinets and fabrication and installation, but all countertop material is at wholesale cost. They're proud to make you an offer and give you a price on the phone. So why don't you give them a call right now and find out about your countertop and cabinet project, your kitchen remodel? And they do more than granite. They do any solid surface, any natural stone, any engineered stone. TheArtofGranite.com. Get your price, 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
Tom, coming back. You'll have about 15 seconds.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
To make it good. Well, I got you an extra 5 seconds. You have 20 seconds.
Wow. I may have to take a couple of calls.
Did you know Robert Blake was one of the Little Rascals?
I had heard that, I think, once, because it doesn't...
sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's why it sounds familiar, too. I must have heard it. But
That's weird.
He was Mickey.
It feels so good to have heat on my back. Can I just say that? It feels so much better.
All right, 10 seconds, guys.
To win $1,000, listen at 5 past the hour on 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. If you have a Next garage door controller, NEXX, beware. There's a security flaw. Anyone can open any door at any time. That's NEXX. By the way, don't forget referralist.com and save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino.
You're clear.
See you, bro.
Real
Thanks.
Tom Martino. And stay